content. Let that friend, that neighbor know where to go when it's time to tune in. The Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Notification swat all the way up. Come on with it. We're going to talk about trades, deadlines, the general news of the information, especially when it's the off season. Yeah, Cowboys deadline, trade, and bubble players Q&A. It's always something, right? Put a 1 in the chat if the audio is straight. Come on with it. It's not a party until it's a Cowboy party. Yeah. Come on, Ace, Boogie. Warren, not Moon, but Danielle's. Appreciate you. Tyron, Say, come on. Hallelujah. Sin City Cowboys in the building. Come on with it. This is episode 50,000, baby. Y'all know we on it. Yeah. Come on. Mama said there'll be days literally just like 5. You got it, Cliff. Come on with it. I see you, Randy Jackson. Teddy Hillock, I see you, fam. Put a 4 in the chat if you shared this content. Sharing is caring. Come on. They can come closer than close. Yeah. Sharing is caring. 4, 3, 2. And 1. Come on. Hey, to the window and to the wall, to the sweat drop down my eye. Come on, baby. I see all of the 4s in the chat, baby. I love it. Sin City Sadiq. And shout out to Mama Charles, too. Lopez tapping in. Put down where y'all from. Northern California. I love it. Common Sense Lab. Appreciate you. Thank everybody. Man, we can go now. We can go. Appreciate everybody for jumping in and being attending today on this off season. And it's a good thing and it's a bad thing. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. Let me say that again. Here, I say it one more time. It's a good thing and it's a bad thing. The good thing is there's no news. The bad thing is a content creator. We just got to find content to create, But I love it. I'd rather be on this side versus that side, It's like this and like that and like this and that. Come on, Holly. Let the AI speak.
$5. Let's go. LMFN4L.
Come on, Holly. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. See, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. They're going to put money in the basket for the Oxnard trip, and I appreciate you, man. It's money in the basket, man. But, all right, so we talked about Trayshawn Holden getting baptized last night, or yesterday or the past live stream. And when I called out the 3-letter, the 4-letter network, they responded. Come on with it, They responded, Well, they did. They responded. Because normally those troll accounts and all of those accounts, just look it up. It's everywhere now. And if you look at the time frame, they all said, damn, Lord hit us with it. So let us not look like hypocrites. And they started creating their own little attractions. The post that I made got over 250,000 views on it. Hey, I'm not out here to clicks for the views, but I was just calling out a spade. If he ran a red light, if he were to jaywalk, right? If he didn't pay his child support, Trayshawn Holden name would have been everywhere. But by him being dipped into the water, you know what I'm saying, that now all of a sudden that is a trending topic. So round of applause. Ho, 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 ho. See, your voice matters. In the words of Boss Cowboy Sports, your voice matters. You know? Come on with it. One more round of applause. Ho, 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 ho. Yeah. So with that being said, you know, that's what we supposed to do for the community. You know, I'm old enough to remember that there were no other content creators outside of the Cowboys. But then I get hit up with Washington people say, hey, man, I want to create content, man. What do I need to do? I get hit up with Eagles content creators. Hey, what I need to do? I got a Viking guy. I got also a Chargers guy, a Dolphins guy that I done help set up or what have you. Now, I'm not going to mention their names and all of this stuff because that's not me. I'm not out here to get credit or what have you. But what I'm saying is trend setting is the real thing. And speaking of trends, I want to give a round of applause to OKC. They are the champions. SGA and all of those boys over there. They did a great job of winning the championship, but I get it. You know, football is one thing, basketball is another, and hopefully one of these days we can be on it. But this was a gruesome injury for the Indiana Pacers. I don't know what I'm about to say, but Indiana Pacers, Halliburton. We hope all is well with him and all of these things. We got another super chat. Appreciate you. Thank you so much. We love you to the moon and back. Taylor for the $49.99 for your mind. Just want to drop some funds off. I appreciate it. One of the things that I want to touch upon, and you see him right here, and that is Micah Parsons. This was a clip. I can't play the audio because I put the Temptations on there, and he says he's not too proud to beg. Parsons really, really wants Tom Brady jersey. Now, there's two levels to this. On one end, we can talk about the fact that Tom Brady, he is a legend. He's an icon. No one in NFL history got more Super Bowls than him, and I think that no one has been to more Super Bowls than him. There's some professional teams that haven't been to the Super Bowl as much as him, right? His playoff win to loss ratio is unbelievable. Unbelievable, man. And when you start talking about this right here, Tom Brady, Micah Parsons, I want to let y'all know that even though I got in the caption, he ain't too proud to beg. Even though I got that in the caption, that's not like a situation that is a knock on him. Because what I'm thinking that he's ultimately asking for or from Tommy is this right here. Tom or Thomas. What's his full name? Thomas Edwards Brady or something like that. You know, what he really wants from him is the jersey that he forced him into a retirement from, right? Because Dallas Cowboys in history was the team that forced Tom Brady into retirement. Let me know if I'm lying. The last pass that Tom Brady threw was against the Dallas Cowboys. Let me know if I'm lying. And the last defensive player to put hands all over him is Parsons. So to that degree, we got to give Parsons a little pass because he's probably asking for that particular jersey. And that's what I'm going to say. Look how I put some cover over that, you know. Yeah. And shout out to my guy, Jay Tuck. He's on a campaign. Shout out to him. Be sure to find Jay Tuck, support and follow Jay Tuck. He's on the campaign, just like a few of us, ladies and gentlemen, to also see if we can get the Cowboys to play with those throwback jerseys. I believe that, like them right there with the stars on the shoulder pad in the 90s, this is what we used to seeing, right? That's a good throwback jersey right there, believe it or not. Why don't the Cowboys put those back in rotations? You know, that's a damn good jersey. Ain't that right? That 22 looks good on Parsons that way, right? Right? Let me know, you know. Yeah. The basement boys in the building, shout out, 22 good. Look, we haven't. The last time we were winning Super Bowls, we had 22 out there. If you're a numbers guy, maybe we can get 22s back in rotations or somewhere. Tom, what's his name is? Gadsden says Thomas Edwards Patrick Brady Jr. That's his real name? Yeah, that's a long name. Thomas Edwards Patrick Brady Jr. Yeah, all of that. So Michael Parsons is serious. Told Tom then he wanted that jersey, and Tom said why he can't, because he calls him to retire. Boy, my Mississippi hooked on funny guys is not hooked on funnykin, right? But I appreciate you. So with that being said, there's an article that's out there that is talk about 3 players that could be traded before the season. Now, this article, and like I said, I'm scrambling and scraping for content, and since I can't do the norm or breaking down film and all of this stuff, y'all get it. Let me pause this because I don't want them to come get me, Come on with it. All right, so this states right here 3 players that the Cowboys could trade for before the season started. And this article is by LP Cruz. The names of these guys that's out here, one being Deuce Vaughn, the other being Jalen Brooks, the other one being Mozzie Smith. And if you guys been following my page, I had this video that was circulating with my guy. Hold on.
You can see things a lot clearer.
Hold on. Let me see.
If this brother had a few more inches, you can see things a lot clearer. Oh, my goodness.
What a run.
Oh, Lord, don't get me salivating and fantasizing about things.
Oh, my gosh. Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, so with that being said, you can't keep all of the players, right? And Deuce Vaughn, I don't think that he's a trade candidate. I think that right now this is just my opinions, right, of Taney Deuce Vaughn or Dano Deuce Vaughn or hey, hit him with surprise, let Deuce loose Vaughn. Or Chris Vaughn, that's his real government name. He's a Chris, that's my middle name. So if you got Chris in your name, put C in the chat. Law Christopher Nation, baby, LCN. But here's what I'm getting at. I truly believe with the right set of circumstances, with the right momentum, I truly believe that Tiny Deuce Vaughn in this system, if they block it up right and correctly, he can be a great change of pace guy. Stephen A. Smith is salivating over inches. Yeah, Stephen A. E. Wild, boy. Yeah, him in all of his forehead, But I'm looking at this from this aspect. I may be wrong, but my eyes just don't deceive me when I look at K-State tape and I look at Deuce Vaughn tape. And I look at what he was eligible to do at K-State. I get it. I know some people going to say, Law, give it up, man. The man is too small, Back in the days when y'all used to have creative players on Madden, I bet y'all used to make them small, right? And at the running back. And you can't hit them, You can't hit what you can't see. All I want, before we throw the baby out with the bathwater, literally in this particular situation, just give him a shot at it, man. We haven't seen a real shot at Tiny Deuce Vaughn. It's been the Royce Freemans. It's been the other guy. I forgot his name. R.J. Ronald Jones. It's been bringing in Ezekiel Elliott's. It's been bringing in this and that with Tony Pollard and all of this. Look, just give Dano Deuce. Let's get some Dino bites in this thing. Let's do it, because there's not, even on a professional level, there's not a lot of bad tape on Deuce. It's not. I think that with Jeff Blasco, Iceberg, we trying to win. So that's what I'm saying. Iceberg, hear me out, bro. Hear me out. I know Iceberg said, nah, man, you know, I'm Titanicing this one, Law. I'm Iceberg Slim, you know. I can take down the Titanic because the tip, you can't see it, but the tip is just one thing, but the base is everything. Iceberg, hear me out. Let's at least give the brother Dano Bite Deuce Vaughn, Tiny Deuce Vaughn. Let us at least see, and we all want to win. We all want to win. But can we at least in preseason get a full quarter? You know, get a full quarter of reps, get a full quarter of snaps. Let's get 2 quarters at least. You know, let's get 2 quarters of Deuce. Week 1 preseason, and if he give us something, then we can say, all right, cool. We move that to the side. But we haven't even got a chance to see that. We all know that running backs are the one group or the one positioning that it takes rhythm. It takes time. You setting up for the next play. But if you only have the Costco sample size or the Sam Club sample size, you ain't going to get a full picture of it, right? That's all I'm asking. Is that Kibbles and Bits fun? Yeah, I agree with you, classmate. Come on with it, McNeil. Come on with it, Montreal. Appreciate you. Yeah. Action Power says the tip in the base. Whoa, pause, Law. That's what the iceberg is all about. You only see the tip and you think you can go by it, but that base is wide, you know. But give Tiny Deuce Vaughn at least the tip of the situation. Let's see what he can do. Come on with it. Now, under my observation, I'm going to tell y'all, this is what, in my opinion, he's not good at. Because he's not a burner. He's not a 4-3 guy. He's not even a 4-4 guy. He runs somewhere in between 4-5. He's literally like Emmett, and I'm not calling him Emmett. He's just not that quick burst, twitchy guy, even though he got little legs, right? So when they put him on punt returns, that's not his cup of tea. When they put him on kickoff, that's not his cup of tea. And to me, his hands are not solid. He don't have solid. See, I'm giving y'all a fair assessment of Deuce. His hands are not solid. When I was out there at training camp, the 2 years that I've seen him, he drops a lot of catchable punt balls, right? So, and I was like, hey, Deuce, give us some push-ups, right? And to me, personally, that 42 number on him it makes him look slower. You know, put a single-digit number on him, and let's get busy, you know. See, y'all mind is all in the gutter, not mine. Marcus, Deuce is tiny and he's slow. Sproles was faster. Sproles were a 1/10 of a second. Sproles, how many teams Sproles played on? Sproles played on numerous of teams, but he really stuck when they put him in a right, favorable position. Those numbers from Deuce Vaughn, to be comparable or to be in the same room with Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson, that's not by mistake. That's not by mistake. You know, I know it's tough on the underdog, right? And I'm team underdog, hear me roar. So all I just want to do is just give the man Common Sense Lab says hard to catch the toddler fingers. All right, yeah, Chargers, Saints, and Eagles. Chargers, he was split back with LaDainian for a quick spell, right? And then they moved on from him. And then he went to the Saints. I mean, he was dangerous with the Saints, right? I think him and Reggie Bush had some time together. I'm talking about Sproles. And then when he went to the Eagles, do he got a ring or he left right before 2017? Y'all let me know. But when he was with the Eagles, what helped Dano Sproles out or Tiny Sproles out, where they knew how to utilize him. He's not a feature back. He's not a feature. He's literally a change of pace back. And look, y'all sitting here, how long we been live? We've been live for a minute, and we spent or spent half our time debating whether or not we give Deuce Vaughn a shot. Sproles could make you miss in the open space. Deuce hasn't done it. I'm gonna put done it on that level yet. Why my thing is not moving here? Hold on. Y'all bear with me. Hold on. Give me one second. Why is it not moving? Yeah, that's not moving. Hold on. Give me 1 second here, y'all. Yeah, it should be moving now. Okay. Bear with me. Boom. Okay, yeah, boom. Yeah, here we go. He got that ring in 2017. Sproles looked good in that New Orleans Saints system as well as from Bats. Yeah. So, yeah, so let me see. Sproles wasn't just a running back, though. Damn. That's where Toxic Tongue one-up me on that one. Sproles could do it all. Yeah, Sproles could do it all. Yeah. Sproles, when you threw the ball to him, he caught it too, yeah. So, I don't know, but I just want to give Deuce Vaughn a shot, man. Yeah. Yeah, let me see what you guys have to say. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. Shout out to you, iRock.
You got us the poet $5. We wouldn't even be in this predicament with little legs if they would have played him. Mike said he had packages for him. What happened?
Hoo-wee. That's good. That's low key. That's a damn good super chat. Underrated too. I consider this super chat $500,000. Appreciate you so much. And let's get to that part of it. And then Marcus Bat says, to be the SM, you got to be fast like Turpin or A-Chain. Okay, all right. To that degree, I agree. But back to her point and back to the understanding. When you play political football, you got to appease a certain crowd of folks. I think that Mike McCarthy was sweating. Depression was all upon him, depressed eating, right? I think that, and I'm not talking about him because of his size, but it appears that he wasn't in any shape, form, or fashion in rhythm. Think about this. Can you imagine getting a job and you're on the last end of your job and they took all of your resources away from you, but they still want you to continue to have the results? That's Mike McCarthy. They took Davis away from him. They took a third of his positioning staff away from him, and he didn't trust anybody, so he hired a guy that I'm quite sure, Toxic Tom probably know more football than Jeff Blasco. Sugar Daddy One know more football than Jeff Blasco. And I'm not beating up Jeff Blasco, but I am, and Mike Solari. These guys was there for checks, man. And they was like, okay, yeah, it's there. Okay, I'm going to make sure that we're going to continue to implement stuff. When I got a chance to talk to, this is some insider information, but it can be said now since it's all said and done. Stacey Elliott, that's the father of Zeke Elliott. Shout out to Stacey Elliott. And he was breaking down how Jeff Blasco was teaching these boys, and they did it all analytical. They used a metric sheet to teach, and he never understood the concepts of it, meaning that they used GPS tracking plus analytics to teach the running back room last season. Like, according to this analytical approach, and according to what ChatGPT told me, you got to do it this way. And it wasn't it wasn't something that these guys could really gravitate to. It's one thing to coach, but it's another thing to play the position and to ultimately understand the position. And we didn't have that last year. So now you got something that's forced upon. Zeke was forced upon the team because they thought that they wanted this guy back on this team because of other situations, because of other things. Keep in mind, even though Ezekiel Elliott was not going to beat and destroy any of I believe Emmitt Smith records, but he was really close to another guy's record that would make him second all time. And believe it or not, Ezekiel Elliott, his time playing football, he is still one of the faster players to get to 10. Damn, did he hit 10,000 or close to 10,000 yards? One of the fastest players to get there, to achieve those type of numbers. So it was crazy how, all of this stuff. Walking CPAP machine is hilarious, Big Sarge. Yeah. Yeah. So there was no rhyme or reason with this particular approach. And if you got to get those quotas in for the guy that's forced upon you, and Tiny Deuce Vaughn was sitting there saying, hey, give me a shot. Give me a reason to be out here. It was difficult because how can you make the argument that you have Ezekiel Elliott, you have Rico Dido, you went and got the what's that kid name? Cook. I forgot his name. Dalvin Cook. You went and got Dalvin Cook. It's a lot of political mess, bullsugar that went on last year. And then everybody's on 1 year jobs or less than a year job time frame. These people was on Monster.com, Indeed.com. They was picking up the phone, calling other coaches saying, hey, if this guy get fired, you going to look out for me, right? They wasn't thinking about winning. After they done lost 3 or 4 games, they were on the phone saying, hey, what the weather like up there in Washington? Hey, pick up the phone, man. I'm calling you. Do you got an opening down there in Miami? You can't win games like that. You can't. That's why I like this staff. But neither here nor there. They haven't uncooked. Yeah. But Toxic Tom will say this too, though. If Mike McCarthy had the gonads, right, to say, hey, man, you know what? The worst thing you can do is fire me anyway. Let me go out on my watch. F you, front office, and let me play the people that I want to play. Let me coach this team the way I want to coach the team. Then we probably would have been in a better situation. But sometimes people know. People know. People know when that time is up. You can be trying to face it all you want. But when that time is up, it's up, baby. Yeah. They some people know. Some people right now know that next year they won't be at that job. They know for sure they're changing all of the rules and everything. They writing you up for being 2 minutes late. They not giving you graces. Your 15 minutes. Don't you hate them type of jobs? I had them type of jobs before. Yeah. You get 15-minute breaks. You come in at the 16-minute or the 17-minute. The supervisor put in your time. You got 30-minute lunches, man. You can't eat in 30 minutes, Don't you hate jobs like that? Hey, put in your time. You're 35 minutes on the clock, man. Them 5 minutes unanswered for. You like, damn, okay, all right. But you let Kamika stay for 45 minutes. I wonder why. She was in your office, then you start snitching on folks. Y'all know y'all been in those type of jobs. That's how it was at Cowboys land last year, Hey, walking on eggshells, man, and talking about, we them boys. Scott McCurley, you don't know what 3-4 is, dog. You coaching the linebackers, Yes, and then they start nitpicking. You didn't thank the caller. I used to work at a call center, and you're supposed to thank the caller at all times. The call can be great. They can be buying all the things. We still got to dock you. Why you docking me? You didn't thank the caller. Yeah. Yes, indeed. You sitting in there, man, like, man, I can't stand this damn job. Then it goes again. I used to have the little beep. Thank you for calling Comcast. My name is Law. How can I help you? And one time, yeah, this is Comcast. How can I help you? Oh, you didn't thank the caller, but what's the difference? Talk with a smile. The person on the other end can hear you smiling. Like how? Everyone dry snitches from time to time. Yes, indeed, But that's how it was, But let's get back to the subject matter at hand. All right, yeah. Yeah. Yes. F Comcast, Toxic Tom. Yes, that's what a lot of people. True story. I was on Comcast. I was online. I was online. I was doing the call center. Let me go back to the call center thing. And I'm sitting here trying to fix because I was doing technical support, and then from technical support they move you over to sales, and from sales they move you over to what would you call retention? So they combine them all. I think that's how they save money, right? Because first we started off at technical support, then they made us a sales team unit, then they made us a retention unit. But I was so good, they moved me quasi over to retention side, right? So I was good with divorce and everything. This many moons ago, this literally was when they did the merger, when they was Time Warner before the Comcast. But neither here nor there. The dude was on hold for so long. And then I'm in Mississippi. We take all inbound calls. He was like, "Hey, y'all got me on hold for so long. Can you just go ahead and give me my obituary? Can you go ahead and give me my goddamn obituary? This service never worked." And what the? And I was like, "Hey, sir, no worries. This is what I'm going to do. While I draft up that obituary, I'm going to make sure that you have internet before he is finished. I got the service technician on the way. Don't worry about the fees. We're going to go ahead and add HBO to your account free of charge. No services at all far as the payment that you will have to pay for HBO." Not knowing that when I put that HBO on that man account and Cinemax and all of the other stuff that he want and getting him super fast, high speed internet, let the AI speak.
$5. La Kamika was the black Monica Lewinsky.
Yeah, Kamika was getting it done over there at Comcast. Why she gonna call me tonight and say, "Hey, what you?" She a supervisor now. But to make a longer story short, we put all of that stuff on the account, get them to be relaxed a little bit. They gonna call back 6 months later because guess what? Yeah, they gonna get that bill. They gonna be like, "Yeah, that law was good," but 6 months later, "Hey, my bill $4,000. Yeah, because I gave that man a gig of internet speed before it was a gig. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. But call me Kamika. Boy, we're having too much fun. But all right, back to the subject matter at hand. I don't want Kamika to come after me. Woo, Kamika, you good. As long as Shaniqua don't hit me up. All right, so Deuce Vaughn is on the trading blocks according to this. At 5'6", 176 pounds, a pass protection has been a challenge for him. They said that they could value someone that could be inserted in to give better blocks up front. Yeah, Maurice Jones-Drew was a guy that can pass pro. He was tiny, just like Deuce Vaughn, but he had an aggressions mindset to him. The only thing that slowed him down was his diet. If y'all look at MJD or Maurice Jones-Drew, I think he's on NFL Network now. He like a little bowling ball. Yeah. He look like he never played football in his life, but he was a guy that was a smaller stature guy. But he played with aggressions. One of the greater blocks that I seen Maurice Jones-Drew or MJD, or however y'all want to call him, was against Lights Out guy, Sean Marion, I believe. He laid that kid out. So if Deuce Vaughn literally wants to make an impact this offseason, he got to protect better. So there's been storylines, real talk, that he done put on more muscle mass. Deuce Vaughn is about 5 to 6 pounds heavier with more muscle. So we'll see, because blocking, believe it or not, is 99% mental, 1% talent. Believe it or not. Blocking is that. Coach used to say, "Get your ASS in the way. Don't get my quarterback killed." And then I switched over to the defensive side. I said, "Shit, if anybody gonna hit me, I do the hitting." Yeah. So let me know who played ball before on in the chat, and you got ran over one time, and you said, "You know what? Let me go switch to the defensive side." It's me. Put 2 in the chat if you a defensive minded person. Just off of that, If you gonna do some hitting, let me be the hitting. I don't want to get hit. Yeah. Let me know. I'm reading all of your chats, man. If you play ball on the offensive side and you got hit at one good time, you said, you know what? I ain't about. Look, I'm about that life, but let me do the hitting. Yeah. Big Sarge like that, Holly like that. Ain't no shame in my game. Shoot. A said he loved the contact. Yeah. He says Marcus Bet says MJD wasn't small though. He was short, legs like trees. Yeah. They call him the hamster or something, pocket hamster or something like that. At the end of the day, Deuce Vaughn, he ain't small. Look, small is what Cavante Turpin is. You can be at Publix or Walmart and you can literally walk by Cavante Turpin and won't even stop. You would never, ever think that he played football unless he got all the jewelry on and, you know what I'm saying? You would think that he a rapper, or something like that. But you would never, ever think that Cavante Turpin played football. You'd never think. Yeah. I seen a lot of twos. Yeah. So never got ran over once. I made the business decision, Camo. You got your ass out of bounds, huh? But shoot, I said, you know what? Running back ain't my cup of tea. I'm going to be on the defensive side. Matter of fact, I got hit so hard, put me at safety. Yeah, put me on top of the roof. I would watch from the top of the roof. Wasn't big enough to be an edge rusher, wasn't big enough to be a linebacker, but I was damn enough big enough to be a safety. Get me on top of the roof, y'all. Yes, indeed. 170 is small, same size as A-Chain. Yeah, but just different body types, All right, so speaking of that, this is what Blogging the Boys had to say about that. Now, Jalen Brooks is the other guy.
Darren Posey, $5. Deuce sleeps in a sleep number crib.
Wow, man, y'all wrong, man. Y'all wrong for beating up Deuce. But it is for what it is, Hey, he get half off on everything, right? Half off, you get it. Let's see another day. Randy Orton, appreciate you. I had 2 players at running back. I went to DB too. Swain, come on with it. Come on, baby. Shout out to all of the DBs in the room, man. Come on with it. Yeah. Hey, they hit us one time.
That's where the guts went, just dropped him.
Sanchez says they should put Deuce on the special teams. He can run between the legs and back for the kickoff return. No, here's the thing, though. He can't catch. Every time, and I can go through my archives, and I can pull up the catches like they put him on punt return. I don't know if he get anxious or nervous, but he kind of play basketball with the football. And one thing I know for sure about the Cowboys and fan base, you drop that ball one time, we'll forever remember it. Like I say, remember the Titans? We will remember you dropping that ball, especially if it's something that can be a game-changing moment. I never forget people ragged on number 11, what's his name? Cole Beasley, when he was here and he fumbled that ball. They're like, hey, get hit out of there, I remember people still remember Ryan Switzer. Yeah, they remember him when he fumbled that ball against the L.A. Rams, or at the time I think they were St. Louis Rams. People never let that go. And then when he got traded away for a bag of peanuts, they're like, yeah, get rid of him. Yeah. And we drafted Ryan for those purposes, so that he can be like the Cole Beasley 3.0 or 2.0, whatever it may be. But if you drop that ball in Dallas, they will remember. Cowboy fans will remember drops. They will always remember a drop. And with Ryan, I'll never forget, we drafted him over George Kittle's. I was banging on the table. Hey, let's go get George. Let's get George. And they said, not with the such and such pick, they drafted Ryan Switzer, you know. And it's just crazy. They remember drop. I can say Patrick Creighton. What's one remarkable thing that y'all remember about Patrick Creighton? What y'all remember about Patrick Creighton? What number he wore, and what do you remember about Patrick Creighton? Yeah. yeah. That's no matter what he did. Patrick Creighton, shout out to Patrick Creighton too, by the way. But there's one thing that y'all will always remember about Patrick Creighton. Put it down in the chat. His number and what y'all remember. Ryan Switzer was so disappointing. I mean, yeah. Too Cool says I played DB and wide receiver. Yeah. And Too Cool, that wide receiver life is good too. Right. Dude's getting breastfed on the sideline. Oh my gosh, 84. He's dead to me, Toxic Tom said. He's dead for me. And believe it or not, that drop was seen all around the world. If he just catches that, we'd be up by 10 points in that game. I think that the Giants never recover from there, because then that's when we can pin our ears back and get straight to the quarterback, especially Eli and them, right? But by him dropping that ball, it just created that oh no effect. And then something, we had a damn shank type of punt after that, gave them short field, they went off to score, and the rest was history. The rest was history. We trailed all the way through. But the craziest thing of it all, it was just a confidence situation. That drop happened in the third quarter. People thought it happened in the fourth quarter with 3 minutes left. No, we had plenty of time. But it's just that ideology, that damn drop, that particular drop changed the whole landscape of the game, right? But people, Cowboys history, you guys will always remember the drop. Mm-hmm. All right, and I ain't finna talk about what was it in the Super Bowl? Was it Jackie Smith? Or was it Butch? Was it Johnson? Which one? Who dropped that ball? I'm talking about. We should have 6 rings if he can just catch it. You know, Roger Staubach drops back. What was his What was that tight end? I know y'all finna say it. Those, especially those who saw it live when it happened. What was his name? Was it Jackie Smith or was it Johnson? Which one was it tight end? Which one? Who dropped that ball? Jackie Smith. It hit him. It literally hit him right in between the numbers. I'm talking about Roger Staubach dropped back. Yeah. Hit him right in between the numbers. I'm talking about he was so wide open. They put, like, during that time, they put 6 points on the board. He was so wide open. Yeah, ex-Cardinal, Jackie Smith. They ain't talking about Miss Jackie that followed the channel. But you guys will forever remember that drop. To this day, somebody's crying right now from watching that drop, you know. I mean, somebody's crying watching right now, the sickest man in America. Like, by me even explaining. Because you got to go back, like the new Cowboy fans who just born in 2000 and beyond, y'all don't understand those pains. Me growing up, this is before my time. That's all I heard. That drop, man. Oh, my goodness, that drop. Yeah, that was a real test of strength. Boy, can y'all imagine if he just catches that one? Oh, my goodness, man. What would the outcome of the history of the Cowboys would be? Oh, my gosh. He was just too wide open, I think. If he had a defender on him, maybe he catches it. Yeah. Don't forget about the curtain blinds, drops. Yeah. Jared makes it even harder now. Jared. Sugar Daddy once said he watched that game. Yeah. Come on with it. Let me see what we got.
Let's go, man.
I want to say my guy, David, you know who you are. He's a good follower of the channel. And, JFK, David, if he's here watching. There was another drop by, I want to say, the original 88. It was a situation where it's against the 49ers. I want to say in 1984, 83. Y'all let me know. There's another drop that people realize. But the only reason what gives him grace and mercy is because he caught the Hail Mary, right? So these drops, man, he hit me up about a couple of months ago about that one. When I got a chance to, he said, talk to Drew Pearson about that drop. Let me know if y'all remember that game. I think it was happening in 83 or 84 against the, I want to say the 49ers. Eric Wright was guarding Drew Pearson. Y'all remember that? Who remember that game? Yeah, y'all let me know. Dak owns Bring Them Baskets. Be sure to hit that like button. Let me see if I put it in. Let me see. Drew Pearson's drop. Let me see. Let me see if I can find it. It was. Now, that was a car wreck that happened in 84. Let me see. We had to be in 83 then. Hold on. Drew Pearson had that drop in 83 versus. Boy, y'all got me. Noah Brown had them drops too. But I'm gonna find it. But let me go to the next one. Boy, I'll be forever trying to look for it. But y'all remember? I think it had to be 82, 83, or 84, one of those years, and it was against the 49ers, and it was a drop. It was literally a drop. Y'all let me know. Some of my old head Cowboys who watched all of the Cowboys in the early 80s, let me know down in the chat. All right, so the next person that could be on the bubble or basically to get traded or what have you. No. Okay. It was a horse collar. My bad. It was a horse collar tackle. And if he hadn't a horse collar tackled him, he would have scored that touchdown, right? Gerald Beasley, yeah, it wasn't a drop. My bad. So it was, yeah. So I'm all over the place with that. So the Drew Pearson, and shout out to David for hitting me up with that one. Let me see. Boom. Thank you. Yeah.
These guys torture
Cerebral Assassin $5. Y'all sleep on Deuce Vaughn and watch Andy Reid get him in KC. And he becomes Darren Sproles.
Kansas City Chiefs been getting some guys that's in later rounds and turning water into wine over here, yeah. It was 1st and 10 from the 25. Okay, yeah. I can't show y'all this, but listen to it. Drew Pearson almost changes the history after the Dwight Clark catch. All right, now I can do it this way. All right, Drew Pearson, he caught this one. And there's nothing but daylight in front of him, right? Nothing but opportunity. He catches this, and this right here is illegal now. That play right here is illegal now. But Eric Wright pulled this brother down by the collar. I can't play the video, but I can show y'all frame for frame. And it was crazy, y'all. It was crazy. This could have been the changing of the history. If he catches this, baby, and run it all the way in, it would have been, look at it, frame for frame, y'all. Frame for frame. It's a crazy how he was able to get that separation here. Squeezing it in. And it ain't nothing but daylight, baby. Daylight saving, nah. And then for those who want to watch that, like, we remember some stuff, y'all. We remember some stuff. So that you guys can see the fullness of the video. Sugar Daddy 1 said he remembered that play. There's the play right there. I put it in the the chat logs there. Appreciate y'all. It wasn't a drop. It was a catch. And people remember that, man. And he catches that, it's daylight savings. You know, it is the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl. They'll beat whoever. Who was the Super Bowl that year? Because the Niners won that year, didn't they? Who they played in the Super Bowl that year? Who they had to go play in that year? Cowboy Nation. I think we win that game. But that's a whole nother conversation. Speaking of dropping and wide receivers, let's we beat the brakes off the Bengals that year then. Cowboys, we were talking about road to 7, baby. We be talking about road to 7, all right? Come on with it. Chris Collinsworth, yeah. Alvin Harper had that play in the late Niners against the Niners in 94 2 Man, that's crazy, man. Boy, y'all got some, boy, we talking about history. Yeah, we talking about historynomics right now. All right, so Jalen Brooks. Since adding George Pickens in the trade, the Cowboys have two excellent receivers, wide receivers that can stretch the field and make circus catches. Jalen Tolbert has also improved steady over the last few seasons, and he has a few big plays under his resume, basically. But this makes it an odd man out type of situation with Jalen Brooks. I think that organically speaking, by the way, is that the Cowboys, Jalen Brooks is on the outside looking in. And speaking of drops, he don't drop the ball. He just drop his feet. He can't keep his feet together. And that is the situation. If I'm the GM of the Cowboys, regardless of whether or not it's Jalen Tolbert or Jalen Brooks, I'm on the phone. Guess who I'm calling? I'm on the phone, and I'm on the phone, and we in training camp. And let me go to wide receivers. Y'all bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Position. We're gonna go wide receivers. And I like the ideology of Jalen Tolbert. But if I'm the GM, I'm not trying to shake and rock the boat with y'all. I get it. Some of y'all going to say he washed, he's trashed, or what have you. But close your eyes and look at the Law Nation's administration. I can still keep Jalen Tolbert. I don't have to get rid of him. But out of pure average greed, I'm greedy. I'm picking up the phone. I'm calling Amari Cooper. My lineup would be CeeDee Lamb, Pickens, Amari Cooper in the slot. Amari Cooper, Lamb in the slot, Pickens. You see what I'm saying? I'm bringing him in just in case. And during this off-season, training camp, I'm looking at it like this. Man, Law, man, what you doing? Like, I'm not finna hold to see what Jalen Brooks is all about. I'm not trying to do that. And for those who say, well, Amari Cooper can only give you good games at the house or on turf, then I know for sure we play about 8 games at the crib. I know for sure that those 8 games, if we doing the Pareto efficiency of Amari Cooper versus a Jalen Brooks, I know that I got a favorable situation. I know for sure defense is going to be sitting there like, yeah, man, there's Amari Cooper, though, man. You know, they ain't going to waive him. They ain't going to do that on him. He's 30 years old. He's 31 years of age. 30 to 30 years of age. He got a house down here in Dallas. He's already on the page with Dak Prescott. There's no time to say, hey, I got to get on the same page with him. And I'm not even looking for him to be the number one guy, nor the number two guy, nor to a degree a number three guy. I'm just looking to have him in the mix. And the same thing can be rinsed and repeat if you want a Keenan Allen. My job and my duty is to win games. If I'm the GM, I'm trying to win games. I'm trying to bring in the best. Yeah, you can talk about developing. But it can be another 30 years. Or, matter of fact, I ain't going to do it with a man like that. It can be another 10 years. I believe in a hearts of hearts that Jalen Brooks would never elevate or to become. And no offense to you, Jalen Brooks, if you somehow watch it. But it can be another 10 years. And he would never develop into the kind of caliber of receiver of an Amari Cooper. I could be damn near wrong. I could be 1,000% wrong. Jalen Brooks can be the next Randy Moss. But I will play to the odds of likely if that's not happening. Opposed to I can go and get an Amari Cooper, And I get it. What about Ryan Flournoy? What about these other guys? What about them? I'm trying to win, Cool, And just right, the basement boys, I'm just trying to win, I'm just trying to win. And if it don't work, then shoot, cut them. If it don't work. Man, why you want to bring? If Amari Cooper don't work, at least we got a chance to see Lamb, Pickens, Coop, Pickens, Lamb. Look, just pick your poisons. And if that's a situation in the scenario that you don't want Amari Cooper, then you can do the same play with Keenan Allen. This is not me fantasy talking. I'm just saying though. Like I said, you trying to waste money too. Hey, let me wasteful spend. Let me wasteful spend because keeping and holding on to Jalen Brooks, what are the odds? You know what I'm saying? This is like I heard a story. This happened in 1987. The guy was scrambling and scraping to find enough money. True story, by the way. True story. To buy Starbucks. Can somebody in the chat let me know? Can somebody in the chat let me know what is the worth or the value worth of Starbucks present day? Like, can somebody put that in? I know somebody got the value. I know Toxic Tom, he's good with numbers. But if y'all good with numbers, let me know the value, or y'all got Google right in front of you. Look up the value of Starbucks now. 1987. This guy was scrambling and scraping. He didn't have enough money, but he had relations with investors. True story, he had relations with investors. And Starbucks was up for sale for $3.8 million. He didn't have $3.8 million in 1987. Starbucks is trash coffee, but how much is the value, Aztec? How much the value of that trash coffee? Y'all need to help me out. Oh, I got to go do it myself. Nobody know the value of Starbucks. Okay, hold on. I'm going to go to ChatGPT. Hold on, ChatGPT. I'm going to go ChatGPT. Where you at, ChatGPT? And we're going to see. Oh, okay. No worries. Okay. 100. T-Jack, I trust you. You said $105 billion. That's a good trash coffee right there. So he didn't have his valued at $104 billion, right? Okay. He didn't have $3.8 billion. He didn't have $3.8 million to buy it. So he had a team of investors, true story. And the team of investors was like, okay, well, we can help you out. But one of the investors said that, hey, I'm a big little boy him. And I'm going to buy it myself and to get things going. To make a longer story short, coffee worth more than the Joneses. It's crazy. To make a longer story short, at this time, Bill Gates, true story, Bill Gates' father, was a very prominent guy, very rich guy. And the guy told Bill Gates' father, hey, I want to buy Starbucks, but one of my investors has undercutted me, and they are willing to buy a cash offer for Starbucks for $3.9 million. Even though I initially went to the investor for 3.8, he's taking it all of the credit. So what the power of the relations is that Bill Gates Sr. went straight to that investor with that guy in his hand and told him, is this a true story? And he said, yes, I tried to undercut him. He says, when I leave this room, you're going to allow him to purchase Starbucks. I wish I had some friends like that. And I wish I had $3.8 million. Even to this day, I wish I had $3.8 million. But to make a longer story short, what I'm getting at is that he took the risk to just go ahead and spend $3.8 million. Now the value of $3.8 million that he done spent is $104 billion is what I'm getting at. You can talk about it's trash, you can talk about it's not worth it, but what I'm getting at is that it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And if Amari Cooper, based off of his resume, based off of his accolades, no matter how you look at it, it will be pale in comparison to try to insert the need to keep the little small pocket change that you have, or to say, hey, Jalen Brooks, he can be the next Randy Moss here, or he can be equivalent to, dare I say, an Amari Cooper. No, let's get rid of it. Let's go ahead and get the things that we know that can help us now. Look, don't worry about tomorrow. Get things done for today. And if I was the GM, I'm sitting here thinking that I already look at the Eagles roster. They don't have nobody that can stop us now outside of potentials, Guantanamo Bay. But can you imagine putting more and more pressure, more and more things based upon these type of things that I'm saying? The pressure on our NFC East? Yeah, I'll go get Amari Cooper. Yeah, I'll go get Keenan Allen. That's just me. That's just me, though. Yeah, Toxic Tom said, I enjoy Starbucks. Yeah. Come on with it. Yeah, but y'all get what I'm saying. Yeah. All right, so let's go back to, where am I? Here we go. Boy, damn, I look good right there. Let me go. Where I'm at? Where you go? Here you go. Nope. Yeah, I was talking about these guys. And last but not least on this list, they talking about trade or bubble guys, Mozzie. Mozzie Smith is a situation here. Shout out to you, Colin. Appreciate you. Hey, man, Toxic Tom, we all love some good coffee. Yeah, I drink mine straight. I don't need no sugar, none of that stuff added to. Just straight black coffee. You know, Mozzie Smith. To whom much is given is much expected. Sadly for Mozzie, he hasn't lived up to expectations. Now, out of this argument of this article, let's see what's around the corner here. If I go here, and these are the available guys, let's go to defensive tackles, and let's go to available. The only guy that I would say that's open and available is a Raekwon Davis. Austin Johnson, that's neither here nor there. Linval Joseph, I mean, he played football when Ronald Reagan was the president. You know what I'm saying? So the Reagan administrations, when you're doing Reaganomics. So Maurice Hurst, he's more of a 3-tech. I don't see anybody that can move the needle outside of Raekwon Davis. He would be my premium choice in this nature. He's 27. He had plenty of good years ahead of him. Let me see what his stat lines would be. He averaged about 1 sack a year, but he's let me see if I can pull up Roquan Davis on PFF and get his official sizes and everything. Hold on, bear with me. Watch Zeke pull up. Yeah, Zeke. All right, give me one thing right here. Okay, Roquan Davis. Okay, he's 6'7", 335 pounds. He's 28 now. Of course, he got bad numbers on those things right there from last season. But what I'm looking at, I'm not looking at the grades or what have you. We're not going to look at these grades. We're not going to look at these grades. But if I'm the GM, I'm bringing him in. I'm not trading Mozzie because you got to have a dancing partner. You got to make it make sense for the other partner, and you can't really pump him up to trade him because you're going to lose out on the trade. You might as well keep Mozzie Smith to this degree. He's a former first-round draft pick. If you can get him to 3 sacks, his value is going to be shooting up out the roof with just 3 sacks. Typically, for interior defensive tackle plays, you average about 1 to 2 sacks a season, right, at that positioning. A lot of people don't know that. Vince Wilfork, he averaged only 1 to 2 sacks a season. He's a Hall of Fame big boy, right? But he can gobble up to all type of other stuff that's on that front. But what I'm getting at is that it's so hard to look at 2 years of services out of a defensive tackle to paint the picture that they're going to be good or bad, when the historical data shows that it takes 3 years. So when people say that Mozzie is not living up to expectations, what would be the expectations of Mozzie? What would be, let me ask y'all in the chat, what's the expectations of Mozzie? What do y'all want him to do? What do y'all want him to do? Because if I'm, let me see if, I think I did this workshop study before. What do y'all want Mozzie to do? Mozzie can't even eat a Snickers. Give Jay Toya time to develop. Yeah. Command a double team. Yeah. All right. That's one thing that is a valid point, right? Let me see. Next. See if I can pull this up. Next gen stats. And let's go to Dallas. Give me 1 second here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to pull up next gen stats. And let's pull up Dallas Cowboys. Let's go to Dallas Cowboys. All right. And we're looking at, we're going to look up week 1. All right. Let's look up carries. Let's look up, no, not routes, all. And who did we play week 1? We played against the Browns, didn't we? You played against the Browns week 1? Okay. And if y'all got your scheduling right here with me, let me know. Let's look up the Browns. Cleveland Browns. What in the hell are they? Browns. Do the Brown. There you go. Cleveland Brown. Look up week 1. All right. Jerome Ford. He had 44 yards. Okay. Pull up Davis from the Eagles versus Mozzie. This is too cool. Those numbers are going to be similar. Because, like I said, one text, they don't get a lot of numbers as it relates to that. Who we played week 2? All right. The Cowboys played. Who Cowboys played week 2? No, I'll tell you what. Name me a game that the Cowboys played at that we couldn't stop the run. And we're going to pull up where they ran it at. From last season, I'm asking you guys, and I appreciate you too, cool. Name me the game that last season that we couldn't stop the run. Name me the team, and I'm going to pull that up. And we're going to look at the Ravens. Okay, the Ravens tape. Okay, Ravens. What week that was, too cool? We're going to go to the Ravens. Baltimore. Did they go by? Damn, come on, man. It's all on the fly. We freestyling today, y'all. Baltimore Ravens. Can I just type that shit in? Oh, excuse my French. Can I just type that in? Ravens, Baltimore. Where you at? Where you at, Ravens? Why I keep doing that? Okay, I guess we use this little pinwheel right here. Ravens, where are you? There you go, Baltimore. They do an alphabetical order. Okay. All right, so let's look at this right here. The green emphasizes big plays and where they gashed us at. He had 18 carries for 84 yards. 5 or more yards are where the green is at. The LOS is a representation of the line of scrimmage. I need to know if you had a big one plug, one stopper, or a guy that's going to gobble up inside. Where are they running it? I need to know where are the big plays. Like if you're an alien from outer space, it's your first time watching football or looking at stat charts, lines and stuff. Where are they killing the Cowboys at? Is it the inside or the outside? Just casually. Just say inside, outside. Put an I in the chat if you think that they killed us on the inside, or put an O in the chat if you think they killed us on the outside. Yeah. This was week 3, not week 2. Okay. Let me see if I'm. So you're saying week 3? Go to week 3. We played the Ravens week 3. Okay, so let me see. Week 3, Baltimore. Oh yeah, he did kill us on the inside. Did that joke? But yeah, he killed us. Yeah. You can blame Mozzie on that, but then yeah. They killed us all over. 25 carries, 151 yards. Yeah, that's killing us. Yeah. Ooh, wait. But they still killed us on the edge. Now, what kind of play this was? God, dog, it was 30-something yards. I'm about to go back and watch that game. Hey, shit. That's over here where Osa and them at. God, dog, boy, this is like a route tree up in here. How did that happen, Cowboys? What y'all did? Fell asleep? Let me make sure that this was against the Cowboys. Y'all sure we played the Ravens week 3? Jeez. Oh, my God. Who's the opponent? All right, give me another game. Give me another week. Yeah, that was inside on this one. Lost in translation. I can't even. Hey, even if I wanted to cap, I can't even cap on that one. Even if I was. All right, give me another week. Jeez, that killed us on the inside there. Oh, that was a quarterback sneak? Nah, it had to be. This is 25 carries for 151. And to be fair, that just killing us everywhere though. But this is a 10-yarder here. Most of the big plays still on the edge now. This is a 15-yard here, but that 30 and this 32 31s. Whoo, make your face look crazy. All right, what week? Trying to account for Lamar. Yeah. That's probably a bad example. We played Saints week 2. What it look like in week 2? Yeah, week 2. New Orleans. Let me go. It'll be dope if I can. Oh, let me see if I can do it this way. I'm going all. And Cowboys. It definitely ain't going to work this way. Boom. It's not going to give me that. Oh, it may do. It would be dope if they categorize every week. No, they don't do that on every week. Shoot, they only give us what we did and what we did. All right, let me go. Saints, alphabetical order, right? Should be right after New England. Okay, New Orleans Saints, week 2. I mean, 20 carries for 115 yards. Shit, it's balanced right there. Shoot, that's just, you ain't stopping the nosebleed. You see all that green in there? It's 5+ yards, man. But primarily on the outside and the edge, man. Shoot, that right here, bro. This right here, yeah, they had their way with us, boy. Shoot, there's nothing we can do about that. All right, give me one more week before we do something else. Camo says Saquon had 170 the last Eagles versus Cowboys. Yeah, he did. Week 17. Yeah. It's kind of blurry on your end. Yeah, you got to clear your cache out and then delete that off of your browser history, man. It'll clear up, bro. Delete that off your browser history. I replayed I think I did this one already. The Philadelphia Eagles week 17, and it was atrocious, you know, because we played them. Yeah, it was crazy. Yeah, they didn't run it on the edge, but they ran they ran on the edge. They didn't run up the middle, but they killed us. Week 6 versus the Lions. Okay, let me pull up week 6. Hold on. Week 6 versus the Lions. Detroit. They go by First City. Detroit Lions. Yeah, man. 12 carries for 80 yards. Did they even try to stop the edges on these, man? God, dog. Yeah, man. And man, that's crazy. Jeez. And that's David Montgomery. Damn. That's wild. There's a lot of outside runs. What I'm getting at, man, is that this year I hope we can contain better on the outside. I just need Mozzie to continue to be better at what he can do. This will be on the hands of Matt Eberflus on Mozzie. This is his 3rd season. If this was his 5th season or 6th season, I get it. The moral of the story is the run defense is buns, Camo. Yeah, he lied. This is a toothpaste sandwich, man. You know, it ain't going to taste good no matter how much bread you say. It's toothpaste, man. Toothpaste and bread, it ain't going to taste good, bro. So, toothpaste sandwich or a SHI and a T sandwich, you can put, no matter how much syrup and jelly you put on it, it's still SHI, and you know what I'm saying? So that's just for what it is, Cowboy Nation. And with all of that, it's just for what it is. But if you playing around with something, if you needed to be corrected, you need to be figuring it out with this particular situation.
Spartans!
Yo, if you serious about gaming, you need to check out the Turtle Beach Self 700. The headset is built for power, comfort, the hybrid leather cushion, metal reinforced design, the clean, lay flat look that made to last, the real magic, the dual driver that give you high definition 24-bit audio sound. That crisp, that footsteps, clean shot, 3D sound that put you in the game. And switching device easy. You can bounce between PC, PlayStation, and even your phone with Bluetooth. Thanks to crossplay, noise cancellation, giving you crisp, crystal clear, zero static sound. Game smarter, play louder, dominate everything. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's get it. No doubt, man. So game smarter, man, with Self 1700 Turtle Beach. Appreciate you guys. Click on the information that's in the description box for the detailings of that and get your percentages off. Crystal clear audio, no static sound, and you can put the mic right to the mouth, and then with all of that, you can hear the footsteps when you're playing the game. So be sure to download the information that's in the description box or go to that website. Use promo code LAW for all of your discounts with Turtle Beach Self 700. With that being said, Cowboy Nation, this is the Cowboys official depth chart heading into the offseason. We talk about bubble guys. We talk about guys that need to step it up. For the most likelihood, none of these guys are pretty much that we can say for right now are in trouble. I think that outside of probably you can look at the Jalen Brooks of the world. You can think of the Mozzie to that degree, and as well as Dino Bite, Deuce Vaughn. But at the end of the day, I think that the process of what Shotty is going to do is at least give these shots of chances with these guys in 4 weeks, right? And if these guys don't move a needle, then there could be some people to hit the road, Jack, and don't come back. So that's what it is. We got guys that's on the back end of this team. I think that the Cowboys probably go with 10 offensive linemen versus 9, right? We got maybe three running backs versus 4. So the guys that is on like the fourth, like right here, you look at it right here. Let me move this out the way. The fourth string guys, right? You see Deuce Vaughn right there. You see Kelvin Harmon. You see Trayshawn Holden. I think that, Trayshawn Holden is going to fight for that third spot. Paris Campbell, I haven't heard a thing from him, so maybe it could be a situation. Josh Kelly got to go up against Jalen Monroe Cropper. That's going to be an interesting battle. John Stevens, he is the offensive version. Let me just say this one thing about John Stevens. Move this out the way before we open up the phone lines and everything. Get yourselves in line for the phone line. John Stevens is the offensive version of Overshown. We talk so glowingly of these guys, but we never get a chance to see it. At least we saw little pieces of Overshown. But John Stevens, if he can do anything this year, this could be the leap factor of moving everything up to this way. And the reason why I'm saying it this way, because they talking glowingly of Brevin Spann Ford. I think that Jake Ferguson will still hold down that number 1 tight end spot. Brevin Spann Ford could be number 2, and John Stevens can arm wrestle Luke Schoonmaker. But that will be us trying to catch a falling star at this point, and people fail to realize when you see a falling star, it might look good, but that's a whole galaxy that's in shambles, right? That star is no longer orbiting in that particular location, and whatever that star is supposed to do is damaged. It's done for that universe or multiverse. So you're not catching that, okay? All right, so with that being said, I think that the Cowboys, Dakota Shepley, he still makes the practice squad. Cooper Beebe, like these guys over here, they solid. They ain't going nowhere. They office furniture, and you can't move these guys. What we're looking for is Brock Hoffman to continue to elevate. I think Matt Walesko, he's on razor blade thin ice because they fool around and drafted A.J. Cornelius, so that could be a situation. And I forgot about Hakeem, and Hakeem probably not make this team. No offense to you, Sadiq Charles. I know you in the chat. He might not make this team. Nate Thomas, they doing positional flex for him. Robert Jones is a good veteran backup piece that they picked up. And these could be our guys. Austin Richard, Nate Thomas, Robert Jones, Dakota Shepley, Brock Hoffman, and we'll see. I think that the Cowboys, in all actuality, I think that the Cowboys will show us a great deed of growth within the confines of this organization if they let Matt Wetlesko go. But in actuality, I don't think that will happen. Appreciate you, Paris. Thank you. He says, hit the damn like button. Appreciate you, man. So that basement boy says that's baby Sadiq Charles. Yeah, that's indeed. And that's just what it is. I'm not beating up Sadiq Charles, but I'm just saying that, if it could be a situation that he might not make this team. He hadn't played football in 2 years or something like that. So, but we've seen crazier things happen, right? But enough of me, man, since we pressed for time. Let's go ahead and get this going the best way possible, Cowboy Nation, and get these phone lines situated and hooked up, But I appreciate y'all so much for your love and adulations for the nation. Let me see what we got here. Thank everybody, man, for what all that you guys do. All that you guys do. I'm looking for a certain thing, but I don't think I saved it here. I didn't. But, let me see. Boom. Yeah, you can't play that one. Well, we will be having an event, but it's a private event. I can't show y'all that one. And boom. Girl, you working with some? Yeah. Okay, boom. Here we go. Here, boom. They said Luke, Paris, Campbell. All right, so here's what they said over here before we open up the phone line. Matt, well, let's go. Must go. Come on with it. Here we go right here. Let me boom, boom, boom. And my system is going here. All right, go ahead. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and...
It starts from the first phone call. Most of the time, you're going to talk to Gene Burkett, a 30-year partner. You're not going to talk to some employee that just got put on the phones that day.
There are things that are so crucial, especially if it's a cataclysmic event, to have our experts get out and look at the vehicle, witness statements, photos, the whole thing.
Call Frenkel first.
Chosen by the people, feared by the insurance companies. Call Frenkel first.
That's 214 or 817, and all other threes you can dial. Frenkel and Frenkel personal injury lawyers are located here in the heart of Dallas. Keep in mind, they have over 100 years of combined experiences. So they know the terrain, they know the area, they know the landscape of everything. Be sure to reach out to our partners, Frenkel and Frenkel personal injuries, whether it's a fender bender, or you got T-boned, or somebody ran you off the road. Whether it's small or big, reach out to our partners and they will take great care of you. Now, granted, if you can't dial that number, visit FrenkelFirm.com. Someone there can really hear you out of your message. One disclaimer. I just want to put this disclaimer out there. If it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you calling Frenkel and Frenkel law firm, and you're expecting to speak to Gene, Scott, and them, I'm just going to tell you, you might not get them, So leave a message, detailed message of what's going on. And then seek to hear back from them during business hours, right? But you can always fill it out online if you feel like you need to talk to somebody. Go online, fill out all of the stuff, and they would take great care of you from there, Cowboy Nation. Appreciate y'all. I got from the 717. You're live on the Nation, brought to you by FrenkelFirm.com.
Wow, what's good with you, bro? You know who this is?
Man, who this be, man? It sounds like Too Cool, but who this is?
This Too Cool, man. I'm out of the country, so you know.
Oh, you out of the country, man. You calling me from Iran and stuff. Too Cool. All right.
Hey, nah, man. Hey, it's good to hear from you, though, man. And to be able to follow you from outside the continental U.S. But
okay, yeah.
I just tell people, man, sometimes when I look at the Eagles, and the way they play defense, they do a lot of rotation on that defensive line. The Cowboys don't do that. So when it comes to Mozzie versus Davis, and I keep going to them two because them are the two closest I can compare him to. But when I look at Mozzie versus Davis, man, they rotate Davis' ass a lot. So we critical of Mozzie Smith, but Davis gets a lot of breaks versus Mozzie Smith when it comes to rotation in that defensive line. Same thing with Carter, with Jalen Carter. They're rotating them cats in and out of the game.
Right. Yeah. They did a top 10 defensive tackle listing, and Jordan Davis wasn't on that. But the kid that they got rid of that went to Milton, I believe, that went to the Patriots. He was on there. Yeah. So, I mean, they might miss out on that. Now, they do know how to solidify or re-solidify their interior, right? And I get exactly what you're saying. Jordan Davis' numbers are not like jumping off the screen. You know, he's the sacrificial lamb for them so that Jalen Carter can eat.
Yeah, that loud, but at the same time, again, like when I tell people, you look at the body weight, the size, and all that. Jalen Carter's a little bit smaller than both of them. So you're looking at two big, heavy-ass boys trying to come up that middle all the time, and that wears on them when it comes to just energy, right? But when you look at them, that's why I tell people, like, you don't hear the Eagle fans out here screaming about Jordan Davis like the Cowboys fans screaming about Mozzie. And Mozzie had 3 different coordinators. So I just caution everybody, like, man, let the man grow into his own, because we all know One Texas is probably one of the hardest positions to play in the National Football League in the first 4 to 5 years.
Yeah. I mean, you're right. I mean, one tech spot, man, you talking about you first and foremost, you going up against guards and centers, right? And normally you are a bigger boy, you know. So if you can minimize your snap count to about 25 to 30, you see more value. But when you play on a team that don't understand value of that, how can you insert value in that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that. But then also, I tell people too, like when you look at some of them big gash runs that the Cowboys had last year, I'd say about 40, a good 35% came from the inside. Man, them Saquon Barkley runs and Derrick Henry hitting them to the outside. A lot of that was on the outside, man. A lot of them runs came from the outside. But when people think rushing, they think directly up the middle. That's not always rushing the A and the B gap. Sometimes they hit them in and around. They hit them sweeps and stuff like that. So a lot of that shit is on Michael Parsons too.
Yeah, I get you on that. You know, Parsons and Law last year, and then whoever else we had on the edge, it just wasn't good. You know, run defense is discipline. It's a mindset. It's a simple mindset that you got to establish, and that's something that you have to do during the off season to establish that.
I think that boy DE, the Boston College guy, I think that was a good pickup. And when I say good pickup, I think I think Lawrence kind of was past his prime to me. So now when I'm looking at it, man, you got 2 young defensive ends now that can swing out and bring somebody back in, force somebody back in on a run now, versus you get the lineman pulling. If they take off Michael Parsons and now Saquon Barkley gone up the field.
Right.
But hurdling somebody, man, that's pure talent, man. Some of them highlight plays you've seen Saquon Barkley do. I don't think nobody could have stopped that last year, man. He's putting people on highlight reels.
I mean,
but I want to ask you, though.
Yeah, it'd be crazy if like I'm not wishing injury upon no one, but it will be a sure. It will be sure. I'm trying not to say it, but it'll be a miracle. It'll be a miracle if he go back-to-back seasons without being hurt. You know, it'll be a miracle.
Yeah,
at that
but
point.
Law, you got to say it for what it is. It'll be a Madden cover. You know what happens when people get on Madden.
Right. And I'm not wishing that to all the Eagles fans. I'm just letting y'all know I want Saquon week 1. Barkley, I want him. You know, I want him the next time we play him too. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. But yeah, here's the counter argument to my argument, right? Because I want to be fair and balanced too. Cool. A defensive tackle supposed to be able to gobble up to or to hold his ground and not get pushed back and walk back, so that his linebackers can scrape. And you know that you play ball. The linebacker's supposed to scrape, hook the sideline, be where they feet at. Slow feet don't eat, and they got to have that without being engaged, right? So if your interior is getting pushed back, and even though they're holding down their assignment, and if the linebackers can't get off blocks, scrape, and hit stuff, then there's a internal problem with your front seven. A lot of people fail to realize, too cool, that your front seven do consist of your linebackers. And one thing that I can pound the table on, and I know I ain't wrong with this, is that the Cowboys, for the last decade, haven't been solid with a Mike linebacker or a linebacker in general that can put their nose deep down inside. When it's time for them to see hole, hit hole. We haven't been that good. Now, we had sample sizes 1 year in 2018 with Jalen Smith and LVE. I think they did a great job that year. The last time we had linebackers like really scrape, disengage, get upfield, and hit somebody, make them pay, was number 55, Rolando McClain in 2015. And Sean Lee, he always been hurt guy. So we really didn't have a steady, good dosage of linebacker play to keep us consistent. But go ahead, bro.
Hey, so real quick, Law. What was Lawrence Taylor, linebacker or defensive end?
He was a weapon, dog. He was a linebacker, though.
But
He changed the game. He changed the game, man. You know.
Yeah, but that's why I think when it comes to like comparing Michael Parsons to Lawrence Taylor, sometimes you got to slow down because it's just like I think Michael Parsons makes himself uncoachable sometimes when it comes to being able, because you was drafted as a linebacker. And when I look at Lawrence Taylor, you can line up Lawrence Taylor like literally anywhere around the field. He could cover people too. But it just seems like Michael Parsons, it's like we want to force him to be a defensive end and a defensive end only.
Yeah.
So when you think about linebacker and the techniques and the things they should know and should learn to weaponize themselves in the passing game, Michael Parsons missing out on that because it's like we just want Michael Parsons to be a defensive end. And I think when it comes to Lawrence Taylor talks, it's why that hype to me just isn't there yet.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't like they had Parcells really playing them boys in the right spot. They had Parcells, Bill Belichick, man, and they knew how to utilize that team. It wasn't just Lawrence Taylor. Lawrence Taylor was dope, don't get me wrong. What was it, Banks too? There was a whole bunch of other guys that was in that mix during that time frame. They even got my guy Everson Walls, right? But to that point, Parsons, his time and his stay here, I don't think that we have a Bill Belichick, the earlier version of Bill Belichick, nor a Bill Parcells as a coach, coaching him too. So it's a lot of miscalculations, but for him to be in the same wheelhouse, as Lawrence Taylor is phenomenal, bro. As far as his numbers. Yeah.
Law, look, in closing, Law, this, I just got to ask you, man. When we say this man maturity level is improving, it's like that man, Michael Parsons, go do some dumb stuff. And it's like this whole Dan Quinn, like, how you feel about that, man? Like, it's just, I don't know, man. As a football player, even if you joking, like, as a captain of the team, I couldn't get down with Michael Parsons, man. Like, some of the stuff he do, I just be like, are you serious, man?
Yeah. I mean,
hey, Dan Quinn, that's my guy.
Yeah, Dan Quinn is his guy. That's the guy that he came in with. They broke the mold together. So, and that's the first person that believed in him. It's just like a lady, man. She gonna always remember that first one.
Now, man, you can't. But you know what you're not gonna do with your new lady. You're not gonna sit there and say, man, my ex, man, she make the best macaroni and cheese. You're gonna hold that in. But think about your head coach in a relationship, and when you say this man trying to like get to know you, and you sitting out here screaming, Dan Quinn, my guy.
He haven't played with Matt Eberflus yet, though. So, and Parsons different, man. You see him, man. Parsons move different, man. You just gotta let Parsons be Parsons.
He do something with that airline.
Hey, man. I get you, man. I thank you for calling in, man. What else you have, man? Yes, indeed. Hey, man, shoot, I mean, I get it, man. You know, and the women, they probably ain't gonna admit it, and the fellas ain't gonna admit it. But everybody remember the first one, so that's just for what it is, man. It's what the hell? Yeah. But Micah, look, my point on Micah is he the elixir, man. He it's better to build around him than to take away from him and to think that you can add to it, you know. Yeah. So all I can say is that if I'm the GM of this team, I'm gonna go back to I'm the GM of this team. My first initiative will be, okay, how can I elevate Parsons? Okay, first I will pay Parsons. There's nobody else on this defense right now that you would rather have over Parsons. Let's play this game before I let my guy Hood Quavius in. Hold on. Let's play this game. Out of all of the 10 other players on defense actively, who would you rather say, hey, give me Bland over Parsons? Give me Hooker over Parsons. Give me Diggs over Parsons. Who would you rather have? Give me Osa over Parsons. Give me one player that's on defense that you would prefer to have over Parsons right now. As a matter of fact, let me put the cherry on the top of this. Let's do for the entirety of the NFC East. Let me know who would you say, hey, I would rather have Jalen Carter over Parsons, right? If you were to pick up the phone right now and say, you'll call the Eagles and say, hey, give me Jalen Carter, we give you Parsons, make it head-to-head, straight-up switch. You wouldn't do that, right? Yeah. Camo says nobody, you know. Does it better. Now, you could probably stretch and pull that whole argument to the league. I think that Myles Garrett, he's good, but he's a little longer tooth, you know. TJ Watt, that's a longer tooth. So really, you would say to yourself, Parsons is Himothy. There's really nobody that you can think of that you would prefer to play ahead of Parsons. Okay, so we got that. So we put Parsons to the side. And this is what, like, the more I think about this and the more I talk upon this, Jerry Jones, you're a fool. No, you need to go ahead. You should have been paid him because you can't think of multitudes of players that you will put in front of Parsons. Now, you got that to the side. What I would do is, if I'm the GM, we got $34 to $35 million available to spend right now. I'm trying to marry Parsons with another dominant defensive player. And what would be the best marriage for Parsons? Either it's going to be an interior defensive tackle or a DB. They can play on that side. Right now, Patrick Surtain Jr., he's not available because I can only imagine if I had Patrick Surtain on Parsons' side, that whole side of the field is shut down when he's rushing off of that edge, right? So Pat Surtain, that's not availability. But what I can do is Vita Vea or some big brother that I can put right next to Parsons because it takes too long to develop that, right? Ladies and gentlemen, it takes too long to develop that, buying in to the fact that we haven't sucked enough to be able to draft in the top 5 to get that real true one-tech plug. So you're going to have to trade for that. The Cowboys are in a situation that if they really want to be serious about this, and I'm not dogging Mozzie, you can still keep Mozzie. But there's a thing that you can trade for, a Vita Vea. Who's the most dominant one tech that's in the league right now, Cowboy Nation? And put that right next to Parsons, you're done. We even asked ChatGPT 2 weeks ago, and it says the missing piece for the Cowboys to make this defense a top 10 or top 5 will be a dominant defensive tackle. If ChatGPT know that, Gronk know that, and all of the AIs know it, because you know AIs is everywhere. You know, you might not even talking to the real law right now. I could just be AI for all of y'all know, right? But at the end of the day, that is the situation there. Jerry can literally make this happen right now. F them draft picks, go get you a true one tech. You marry that with Parsons, and the rest is history. We don't have to talk about this anymore. Outside of Vita Vea, y'all list me the most dominant one tech defensive tackle you can go out there to get. Get rid of a first round pick, 2 firsts, whatever it may be. And you good on defense. You got Overshawn coming back. You got Kenneth Murray, Jack Sanborn. These boys could be placeholders until Overshawn get back. Mears live foul. He's a missile, right? And then for a situation here, you can literally say, all right, by doing that, maybe sometimes the football guys show you a little favor and say, hey, Jalen Ramsey will be willing to play for peanuts here. That would be a good situation for us. All right, my guy, Hoodie Kush, man, for the 484, you're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me.
What's the Disney? What's the Disney? What's the Disney? Hoodie in the building.
Yes, indeed, man. Come on with it. Basement boys in the building, man. What you got for me, man?
I'm wondering, like, why is it that everybody thinks it's Mozzie? I mean, after all the graphics that you showed, even if your eyeballs didn't tell you, you know what I'm saying, after all the graphics that you showed, we had more problems stopping a run on the edge. We didn't have many problems stopping a run on the inside. Now, that's not to say that we didn't get punched on the inside, but we got far worse damage done to us on the edges and outside runs.
Right.
So why is it that everybody's putting it squarely on the DT? It's not squarely on him. Right. It's on the front seven as a whole. Stopping a run is a mentality.
That part too.
You have to have that mentality. When I played football, I was an edge. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So my first mission was to blow up the guard, blow up the left tackle, and get to the quarterback. And if you just so happen to hand that ball off, then that means your running back's taking the brunt of the punishment.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I always played. And I noticed that's how some of the guys that we've had on this team over, say, the past 8 years have played, i.e., DeMarcus Lawrence, because we can say what we want about what he said about us. You know what I mean? Oh, he's never going to win a Super Bowl here, but he was probably hands down one of our best run stuffers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and the last 2 seasons, he kind of was sus a little bit, though. You know, a little sus. You know, maybe the coaching didn't dwell well with him in the last 2 seasons.
But see, and that's what everybody's missing. Everybody's blaming the quarterback. Everybody's blaming the defense. Let's put some of this blame on the coaching, because as a coach, you're supposed to put your players in the best possible positions for them to succeed. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have the personnel, you know, to go out there and do and stop the run like you should, no shade to Marquise Bell. It's not his fault he was plunged in there as a linebacker, even though he had some good plays. He had some good plays stopping a run. Austin Eckler when he was with the Chargers, you know what I'm saying? Like, so he's done something, you know what I'm saying? But we're talking as a whole, 2024, man. 2024 was just, it was a bad time for the run, man. It was a real bad time, which in turn causes more issues for your secondary, because now you're playing to stop the run that you can't stop. And now look at the Atlanta game. Look at the Atlanta. We held Bijan to 84 yards, but we got toasted in the air by Kirk Cousins. Since when? Since when does Kirk Cousins toast us in the air? Never. Not even when he had Jay Jettis.
Yeah.
So when they say it starts up front, that holds true. It all starts up front. If you can't get pressure on the quarterback, first off, if you can't stop the run, you're never going to get pressure on the quarterback.
No doubt. No doubt. You got to be able to do that. That's what rewards that, man. Good call from you, man. What else you got, man? Because this line getting long over here, bro. What else you got for me?
I already know. Well, the last thing I got for you is this, man. I just got a computer. I'm about to get myself set up. It's still nothing fancy schmancy, but I'm getting myself set up slowly but surely, trickling towards getting everything that I need to make this thing happen.
Man, make it happen, man. That's the mindset. Shoot, I started with a cell phone, so hey, get it going, bro. Appreciate you, man.
You already know, bro. Much love, Law.
No doubt. Tell people where they can find you, man. Shoot, you on the airways, man.
You can find me right now primarily on YouTube at the Basement Boys podcast. I'm going to be branching out slowly. Trying to get myself a Twitch and all that good stuff, so that way you can find me elsewhere besides YouTube. I mean, if I'm going to grow the brand, I'm going to grow it. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate all the love that I've been getting thus far. You know what I'm saying? And let's just make this happen, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for calling in.
All right, Lord, you be good, bro.
No doubt, man. Good call from him. All right, cool. And yeah. Shout out to him. Oh, Eric, I see you in the chat, man. Yeah.
Take the money out, all of it.
Come on, you stalling.
It's my time now. Come on.
That was, come on. that clip always funny. All right, so let me give y'all the line. I got CJ, got 901, and I got 100 grand. So let's get it. And I see you, Darius. Hold tight. All right, from the 209, CJ, man, what's on your mind, man? What's good with you?
I just came in, to talk a little mess and get on people's nerves. How you doing? Appreciate the opportunity. Mm-hmm. First off, let's go back. You talking about don't nobody like Zeke, don't nobody like Muzzy. Zeke came in here and told everybody these coaches is full of shit.
Right.
Excuse my language.
No, you good.
But if you man enough to tell everybody, look, these guys is no good for us, so why would I risk my opportunity of getting hurt doing stupid stuff, what I'm saying, if they don't have no good interest for me? Okay.
All right, let me get right here. Let me get in on this then. So, all right, so this is the backstory of Ezekiel Elliott saying that, He been playing football since Pop Warner. Football, like running the ball, like with that cantankerous head, leaning forward and just killing the game, right? And you had a guy that's an analytical person like Jeff Blasco who looked at numbers and metrics, right? And if anybody, I encourage anybody to look up 2016, Ezekiel Elliott, very first game. I think he had a fumble. It was like rough. He didn't have good yardages. There were people literally talking about putting in the refrigerator with legs. I forgot his name that we picked up. Name tip of my tongue from Washington. His name is tip of my tongue. But they're like, put him out there. He's giving us a little bit more burst. But anytime you have a running back, 9 times out of 10, those first few runs don't be as crisp as you want. But if you got somebody who never played the sport or the game in that position, they only looking at it from an analytical side, you're going to come off on a bad foot. And by Jeff Blasco, not knowing running back, linemen and assignment, Alfred Morris was his name. Appreciate you, Dre. It was just a bad marriage to have somebody in there like that. But keep going. And that's why Zeke called him out, by the way.
Yeah. Muzzy, I don't really know what's going on with him. I hope he do better. But other than that, what we gonna do if we get rid of him? Who else gonna step up? Everybody gonna do nothing but complain like some little spoiled princesses about their little bad vibes when we ain't got no real true ones.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Matter of fact, get all the bums off the team. Cut Diggs, cut Blaine, cut Muzzy. Send them all to New York. Let's see how y'all feel against playing against them, twice a year with the teams we got and shit. Oh shit! Hey, I gotta go.
Oh, you gotta go. All right. PO officer. Yeah, CJ. I hope you was getting to that point though, but I don't think nobody talking about that.
Law. Eric talking about how you two are related. Leach, I told him I do not care if you two were brothers. He still better pay up. We are DC4LIFE here.
Yes, indeed. You better listen to regulators.
Damn!
Yeah, Sadiq ain't gonna play around with that, related or not. Eric, you got to pay them fines, man. I got a brother, we came out of the same womb, and if he was talking stuff, hey, he got to pay them fines. Yeah, Bente, no, I can't stand them Eagles, and relations or not, on your dad's side, your mama's side, and all of this stuff, we don't care. Unless you keep a healthy decorum and don't troll talk, at the end of the day. All right, was it Camo said my boy was in the bathroom and just had to flush. Y'all crazy, man. I got the 901, man. You live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, Law, what's going on, man?
Man, nothing much, man. What's good with you, man?
Good. It's my first time calling, man. I've been listening at you for over a year.
Wow.
And I finally decided to call you, man. I loved your show, man.
Man, thank you, man.
But I'm going to keep it. Yeah, man, I'm going to keep it short and sweet, man. I know you got other callers. I think this is my honest opinion about the Cowboys 2025. I think when we start to get the guys that were hurt back and healthy and get on a roll, I think we're going to go far. I don't know if we're going to go to the Super Bowl, but I think we're going to go farther than we ever have just because we got some good young talent, and I've been watching them. And I think, man, if we could stay relatively healthy, keep Dak healthy, and I think we're going to be all right, Law.
I think that could be a situation. Health is the main thing. When four is healthy, 9 times out of 10, you go to the postseason. I think only 19 and 2017, that was the years that four was healthy, and we didn't make it to the postseason, but we were still won enough games to qualify, if the ball didn't bounce a certain way. So we're going to be somewhat shape, form, or fashion in the postseason if four can stay healthy. So my thing is going into the 2025 season, I'm more concerned on defense than I am offense, only for the simple fact that offense, it appears that we're going to be top 5 offense, believe it or not, if four is healthy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's basically, all I got. I've been looking at the Cowboys for about 40 something years. So.
Oh yeah, you've been through it, man. You got it tatted somewhere on you, man. So it's one of those things, man. With the Cowboys, is that right now it's the unknown. We the unknown boys, but by the mid-year, we'll know exactly where we at, bro. We will. Yeah,
that's all I was saying in a nutshell. Yeah, I thank you, Law, man. I ain't gonna hold you up no longer. My name Carlos, man, out of Memphis, man. You can call me Cowboy Carlos.
Hold on, let me save you in there, Cowboy Carlos, man.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me spell it in there, Cowboys Carlos. Okay. All right. I appreciate you, man. You have a good one, 10 to K.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, man. You too.
Now, tell Glorilla I said what up, man. All right, bro. Peace. Yeah.
I will, man. Okay.
Yeah. Get him, Glow. I got my brother from another mother, no other. Don't look like Danny Glover, but keep it cool with us, man. From the 201, you're live. Come on with it. 100 grand.
My boy, what's good with you?
Not much, man. How you feeling, bro? It sounds like you lost some money or something, man. You lost some money on that game? OKC done took all your money?
No. I came out on the good foot on that one.
Okay. Yeah.
So, no. It's just hot. It's just hot, man. It's hot over here, man.
It's 93 degrees in Dallas right now. Where y'all working with?
It's 93 degrees here. It was 95, 97,
Let me double check where it is. Yeah, it's 93 right now. Yeah,
it's the same. It's the same. You know what I'm saying? We got the heat wave. It's crazy. Gotta stay with the water and all that, man.
Yeah. It's crazy. Hey, 93 in Dallas right now is peaceful right now. You know what I'm saying? Well, they have it like, it's 93, y'all. It's 93. Because next week going to be 103, man. Shoot. I said, man, I must be goddamn a vampire. Because let me get my ass. I started burning this stuff. They said, Law, you never wear short sleeves. Because, shoot, that sun going to melt me up, man. I got to get my vampire cream.
We ain't got no, we barely get up there, bro. We don't get up there like that.
Yeah. I might
You know
move
what I'm
during the
saying?
off season to California permanently during the off season. Yeah, indeed. But what you got for me today, man?
Listen, man.
Oh, no, before you go into that, man, what the hell is going on with your people over there?
What you mean, man?
Jim Jones and them, man. What's going on with that, man? What's going on?
Listen, man. You know Jim Jones is the master. He's the master marketer, man. Come on,
We
man.
fly high.
You
know it.
He
Bowling! That's the only thing we know. That's the only song we know. Bowling! I said, man, that's the only song we know, man. And he trying to put himself with Nas, you know? Come on.
See, no. The backstory
What's
is...
the backstory, boy?
A 22-year-old kid was saying how he grew up rocking with Jim Jones on a podcast.
Right,
So
right.
Jim Jones saw that and he ran with it.
He should have walked that one.
You know what I'm saying? He ran with it. Now, don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? The kid's 22, right?
Okay.
So you got to understand... It wasn't, see, the problem is Jim Jones don't understand. They ain't look up to you. They looked up the Dipset.
Dipset.
The group.
Yeah, the group.
Not you, the group. It was more, Law. It was more of Pam and Jewels.
Yeah.
It was Pam and Jewels. It wasn't Jim. It was Pam and Jewels.
Yeah.
His head got big and thought it was him. It wasn't you, bro. It was Cam and Jewels. It wasn't you. We was rocking bandanas because of Jewels. Some people was wearing pink because of Cam.
Cam, yeah.
Nowhere they said, yeah, man, Jim Jones
man,
do
Jim
such
Jones.
and such and such and such. No.
Bowling! Had everybody shooting shots, man. Bowling! Brick!
And that only was popping because Jay-Z jumped on it, and you know what I'm saying? Jay-Z made that song as big as it was. It wasn't, come on.
You right.
Don't get me wrong.
Yo,
that was a good song.
It was a good song. It still pop to this day. It still pop to this day. Yeah.
If they play it.
If they play it, it still pop to this day every now and then. Yeah.
But the thing is with Jim Jones is he's still rapping and he'll make a record every now and again.
Yeah.
So guess what? That got his head big because he'll make a good record every now and again. But dog, it's just tri-state. It's just us that hear it.
Yo, it's
not y'all.
Y'all East Coast guys are different, man. Y'all East Coast is different. I ain't gonna say anything, but I'm just saying, y'all East Coast fellas are just different over there. That's all I'm gonna say. To be
you
safe.
Hating, Law?
Yeah.
Law,
No, I'm not hating. I'm not hating.
It's not good to be hating, Law. Come on, man.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying.
A lot of malice and all that, Law.
The real music. I'm gonna be like Charleston White now. The real music come from the South. The real flavors are always from the South. The South runs everything. Now look, the South runs everything. Yeah, the West and the East. You still gotta come back to the South, man. Come on with it.
I don't know about the West because I ain't a West Coast dude. But Law, I understand. Law, I get it. I just came back from the South. I get it.
Yeah.
And the ladies hear our voice and see our swag. They run to us. That's why y'all get mad. I understand, Lord.
We can barely hear what y'all saying. Look, if you want to get
the ladies love our voice, our accent, and our swag. I never met a South girl that said she didn't like a city boy. Never.
Well, wait a minute.
I get the hatred, bro. I get the hatred.
Man, come on, man. If you around any woman, if I play back that thing up, I'm trying to keep the PG. If I play any bounce house music, you can't dance with East Coast and West Coast music you can't get girls to be twerking. Boy, you know that the South flavor got the rhythm and the bounce for the nation to help elevate everything. And we talk about
did y'all take that from Go-Go? Don't do that. Did y'all take that from Go-Go, man? Come on, man.
Oh, man,
I'm
boy.
gonna tell you something.
You know what?
I'm gonna tell you something that the South invented. Jeezy invented trap music. That was Jeezy. You know what I'm saying? Straight
Man,
like that.
Lil
Jeezy
Wayne.
for that.
I mean, we
Jeezy
got,
the man
oh
for
my
that.
goodness, man, boy, 3-6 Mafia, man, we can go on, man.
Oh, straight, hey, 3-6. Come on, man. 3-6 was the truth. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
3-6 was the truth.
boy, even Soulja Boy had all of y'all.
Nah, you're going too far, man. You're going too far.
But what you got for me today, man? Boy, me and you gonna have to have a part 2 of this conversation, man.
Hey, man,
on the Laws Music Podcast.
We've been talking about that for years, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Big Crit too, man. Shout out to my guy, the Raw Music, and all of the people, man. Shout out to a whole bunch of folks, man, that's in the South. But go ahead, what you got, man? What you go?
I get it, man. But this is what I wanted to come on here for. Y'all talking about Micah and this and that. Saquon wasn't Saquon until he did what, man?
I mean, but put it like this.
They wanted to trade him. They wanted to trade him when he was in Giant Land. They wasn't winning nothing with him. Went to the Eagles and balled out, right? Let me know if I'm lying. He wasn't doing nothing in Giant Land. Yeah, he'll come out with these runs.
He just stayed getting hurt, man.
Equating to winning. It don't matter. It ain't equating to winning. He ain't doing this thing. It ain't equating to winning. A.J. Brown, before he got to the Eagles, he was nice, but they wasn't winning over there. Come on, CMC. He ain't nice, but they were still losing over there.
So what you got? What you got?
So listen, man. It's the team. You gotta have that team around you. The same you were saying about Lawrence Taylor. You gotta have them dogs around. You can't just say Micah go out there and do it by yourself, and he ain't got no guys to help. Michael Jordan ain't win nothing till Scottie Pippen came. You know what I'm saying? Until he got a cast around him, Tony Kukoc and all these guys. He wasn't winning nothing. Come on, man. Kevin Durant wasn't winning nothing until he did what?
And got one on team.
Golden State. Guys to help him. So you can't say Micah ain't this and Micah ain't that and Micah ain't that guy. Come on, man. Micah's a dog, but you need help too.
You do.
You can't go out there. You can't go out there and win it by yourself. I ain't seen nobody win it by yourself. And y'all want to talk about Tom Brady this, Tom Brady that? Take Edelman away. Take Gronk away.
Take that defense away. Shit.
Take the field goal kicker away. Let's see if he wins some games.
Yeah.
Y'all don't want to talk about that though. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all don't want to talk about that. Y'all and Tom Brady the greatest and all this and that. Y'all talk about Patrick Mahomes. Take Kelsey away. Take my man from Miami. Take him away. Even if you had Andy Reid. Take those other pieces away, Law.
Yeah.
Are they winning even with Andy Reid there? Let me know.
Yeah.
Put Patrick Mahomes on the team from North Carolina. Put him on that team with Andy Reid over there. He got those rings?
Damn. You right. Man, you're right, man. You're right. You're right. You got to have the team, and the Cowboys, for the life of me, just don't know how to continue to build with those particular
take
things.
Pieces away. Same thing with Dak. You take guys away, and then you got clowns. You got clowns like Cam Newton. He want to turn into Shady McCoy so bad. He want to be shady so bad. Talking nonsense.
You ain't lying.
Talking nonsense. Come on, man. Y'all want to talk about, oh, man, Washington is ahead of the Cowboys. When? Where? How?
Nowhere. That's what it is.
Long.
Man.
Regular season. Miracle throw. that got tipped in the air. If that play didn't happen, they not making the playoffs. NFC Championship, great run. Didn't homeboy from Tampa fumble the football?
Yeah.
Come on, Lo.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, Lo, they didn't straight up beat them boys.
Yeah, it's a battleship, man.
What are me talking about that? The same way they trying to say, Indiana would have won the game if my man ain't get hurt. That's what they trying to say. You can't, come on, man.
You're
Can't
right.
do that.
You're right, man.
You can't do that.
Shit, you're right, bro.
It happens. Chalk that up to the game. It happens. So, come on, man. Like, it's crazy to me, this talk. It's just crazy to me. Give Dak Prescott these weapons, and then let's go.
I think on offense, on offense this year, man, I think we're gonna be top 5.
I think so too.
I think we are.
I think so too.
But in closing, man, in closing, because I got this line long.
Yeah, but in closing, how that's going to help the defense? That's going to help the defense. Because if we blowing teams out, you're not running the ball.
No doubt.
You're not doing that.
Yeah, we just closing it
out. Hey, man, we going to see what we going to see, man. And in closing, Lord, you can stop being hurt, man. You can stop being hurt.
Lakers in 10, man. Leave me alone.
The ladies like us, man. The ladies like us. They just like our up-and-up swag, man.
Oh, man. See, I said I let it go. I thought I let it go. But I'm gonna put, you gonna have me to pull up all of the South legends, man. But appreciate you, man. Thank you so much, man.
Legends. I said the ladies like our up north swag, and there's nothing you can do about
man,
that.
You got on.
It's
93 degrees right now. Take them damn Timbs off right now, bro. It's 93 degrees. I know you sleeping with them damn Timbs, man. Take them Timbs off.
Hey, man. All right, man.
Oh, you got Timbs on for real?
Nah, I ain't got no Timbs on. I ain't got no Timbs on. But the ladies love the Timbs.
You got the damn Timbs on right now. You got the damn. Take them Timbs off, man.
The ladies love the Timbs.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man.
All right, man.
Yes, indeed. That brother got some Timbs on. I know he did. That's why he laughed like that. He got the Timbs on right now. Now my guy VIP gonna call in next watch. You can believe. But man, if I start talking about the South, man, look. Let me just give y'all these names just in case y'all not aware. Scarface, UGK, Outkast, Lil Wayne, T.I. Let me keep going. Juvenile back. Look, A-Ball and MJJ. And then even if we want to go to like the modern day, like Rick Ross, Young Jeezy, Gucci Mane. Man, don't y'all keep going. Future still solid to this day. Future haven't changed at all. Ain't that right, y'all? Come on with it. So what my guy Future?
It's an evil world we live in.
Come on with it, man. 2 Chainz. Y'all remember 2 Chainz? Come on with it. We got Young Thug, 21 Savage. He's Atlanta based. You got to put him into that mix. The Baby, Money Bag. Come on with it. To a point, to a degree. Kevin Gates, man. I know y'all like Kevin Gates. Boosie Bad. Look, right now, y'all ready to play some Boosie Badass right now. Let me know. Yeah, Boosie Badass Plies. Come on with it. My guy Project Pat, Trick Daddy, Ludacris, C Murder. Come on, man. Come on, man. Y'all know the South, man. The South is on this thing. Now, but in actuality, I love West Coast music. I love all music. And I see my guy 808 Montana in the building. Music wouldn't be music. I guess y'all got Bow Wow up there. I'm just messing with you, bro. Because Bone Thugs and Harmony, man, they came from your state, man, and Lil Jon, the East Side boy, Kevin Joseph. Y'all crazy, man. But my list is heavy. Boy, my southern list over here is heavy, Yeah. My southern list over here is heavy. I got the next caller, From the 214, we're going to give the numbers. We got Darius, we got Donnie, and then we got the 202. Poindexter, you'll be fourth on that list. But I got my brother from another mother from the 214. What's good with you, man?
What's happening, Lord? By the way, Tip created trap music.
Yeah.
I just want to
Tip.
correct
Yeah.
that.
Tip was all. You ain't even using T.I. You going to the boy. You going old school, boy.
Yeah, I moved to Atlanta like when I was 11. So
okay.
Yeah, I got a little bit of that in a little bit.
Yeah. Atlanta went hard though through that little spell with Young Thug, 21 Savage, all of those boys, Young Jeezy, Gucci Mane, like all of those. I think that Atlanta beat just really got people. You know what I'm talking about? That sound. Yeah,
man. That's my shit. You talking my language? That's my shit, man. But side note as well. I do fuck with Dipset. You know I rock.
Oh yeah. I know you heavily. On that. You ain't afraid to wear that pink everywhere.
yeah, man. I fuck with Jewels and Cam.
Yeah.
Them my guys too.
Yeah.
But I had like a random question. I know it's the off season, so we can have these conversations. What you think about the uniforms, man? No, go ahead.
No, I think that they need to go back to that old school version, like when Jimmy was coaching his team. You know what I'm talking about, with the big star patches and stuff.
That was hard. That was hard.
Yeah.
But no, so like, I'm like, damn, can we please like get like we've been wearing the same variation of the same uniforms for centuries. Man, we can't get two new like uniforms, but we can go back to the old bitches. Like we can always go back. You know what I'm saying? But you don't think we can get at least two new uniforms? Like why have they changed that? Do you know like why that's been that way? All
right, so for a quick second, I know the NFL got sued with the concussion thing, and for the life of me, I was like, man, it's the NFL, y'all billionaires, man. So why they couldn't? Remember, we wear the classic throwback uniforms without the helmet. Like I think the classic white throwback uniform with the helmet.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? But now they passed a rule where you can now get the helmet. Like, man, all I can say is that I wish that the Cowboys were not so stuck on like old school traditions.
Yeah.
I've seen like retro looks like Cowboys in like an all black uniform. That shit be good.
Yes, sir.
Ooh, yeah.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir,
saying? They look good, man.
Yeah.
Like let's step outside of the norm, man. It's just something about to me. And when you look good, you play good, you feel good, and all of this stuff, and you score good, however the saying goes. I never forget, like, have you ever noticed, like, when teams, like, it was a spell, like, when teams do switch their uniform, they make it to the Super Bowl and win it? It goes all the way back to, like, the Denver Broncos. Remember they switched to the new uniform? They made it to the Super Bowl and won it. Tampa Bay did the same thing. They got out of them Krispy Kremes, sickles.
Creamsicles.
Yeah.
Creamsicles.
And they went to the Super Bowl and won it, Maybe the Cowboys need to do it like a facelift on that,
Come on, bro. Exactly. I'm on to something. We on to something right now.
Yeah.
That's all I want. Because it's like, God damn, bro, I can come up with 1,000 different uniform concepts that we can still keep the tradition of the Cowboys, but just put some new flavor on it, put some new sauce, some new swag, please, something.
Yeah.
God damn, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, that's all I want to know, man. Just how you felt about the uniforms and like why haven't we changed?
Man, Cowboys stuck in traditions, man. But all black group, ooh, that would be dope.
What about an all navy? I mean, an all dark blue.
I've seen that of some AI models to do it that way. Like, yeah, that would be dope, man. Yeah.
And I know this is like this may be kind of like too abstract, but you know that pewter like look that we have like on the pads. It's not all the way. I think seafoam. Like it's sometimes it's like a weird color, like on the home pans that we be having.
Yeah, it looking like green a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, that shit right there. What if we like did like an updated version of that, but did like like a color rush version of that. You know what I'm saying? But it's so many ways you can like mix this shit up, but we just like do the same shit. I don't know, man. That's just a random thought. I just wanted to see what you thought about that.
I'm all down for it, bro. Shoot, let us look let us wear something outside of the old ones. And if we do wear the old ones, like the traditional ones, shit, let's go back to the 60s and the 70s, man. Let's wear them.
Yeah. Oh, with the horse, with the horse on the
yeah, with the horse on it. Yeah, I would like to see one of them with the horse on the whole horse. Take the star off of it and put the horse on there.
Yeah, that shit hard as hell. I like that. I like that. But yeah, that's what I want to know, though.
Man, no doubt, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thanks for calling in.
All right.
Yeah. Good call from my guy, man.
You got us the poet $5. Nas, Big, Tupac, Hun, Joe, Mobb Deep, Wu-Tang, Busta, Jay, 50, Foxy, Kim, Nicki, DMX, The Locks. Respect to all.
She said respect to all but the East with it, baby. But all right, so there's out of all of that list, lyrically, like we would have. Ooh, matter of fact, me and DeRoe was talking about this the other day. We're going to have to get somebody a representative from the East, the North, the South, and the West Coast, right? And have this conversation. Lyrically, I can't do Outkast like that. And I can't really do Scarface like that. But lyrically, I would say that the East do have just by Nas and Jay-Z up there and Tupac, that's lyrically, that list is ironclad, right? Now, when we was talking about the North, and I know we all off subject matter, man, now with the Cowboys stuff. But it's off season, man, so, you know. But when you talking about the North, you got to add in. Is Eminem more of a well, you got to add in Eminem, you got to add in Bone Thugs and Harmony. Now, is St. Louis, because I saw where somebody put in there like, Lord, no, you gotta understand. I forgot where that chat was at. I think that St. Louis should be considered more of the South, but I get it, you know, you guys, I don't know, what part would y'all consider St. Louis, you know, and all of those rappers like Nelly and Chingy and all of them boys. Eminem, he's going to be more of the North, but hey, it took a brother, you know, I ain't going to call him, you know, it took Dre to get him, and so that could be more of a, so Midwest, y'all want Midwest, y'all keep Midwest, no Diddy. Ludacris, Tip, Andre 3000, Young Dro, lyrically, they can represent the South. Okay. Midwest, south of the Mason-Dixon line. All right. So Midwest want to claim Midwest. Midwest, y'all don't want to claim. Midwest want to stay independent. So Midwest, y'all want to stay independent. Okay. All right. Cool. You know. We'll break down the chart line a little when I have some time to go over all of this. But I got Donnie, Poindexter, Eric. Let's get it. Donnie from the 909. You're live on the Nation, man.
What's up, Law, man?
Not much, man. Yeah,
man, you're right. This is definitely the off season.
We talking about rap.
Like you said, it's a good thing and a bad thing.
Yeah.
The bad thing is we don't have football.
Yeah.
But the good thing, we get to talk about rap. Yeah. Earlier, you were talking about catches that, you know, could have changed
the outcome and the surface level of the Cowboys. Man. Yeah.
And when you were talking earlier about Jackie Smith and Patrick Creighton, you know, the thing about it, both of those guys, Jackie Smith was known not to have good hands, he had great hands.
Yeah.
Okay, and the same thing with Clayton. Clayton had really, really good hands. I mean, you replay that game, and Tony put it on him, man. And like you said, he catches that ball, he scores, that game's over.
Yeah.
I know it was in the third quarter, but yeah, man, it's just look. I've been a Cowboys fan, like you said, over 40 years, and when they do the Super Bowl and they show all those past Super Bowls, man, it still bothers me. It still bothers me.
Yeah.
Like you said, Roger went back, and if you watch that play, it was a perfect call because Jack Lambert was blitzing, and Scott Laidlaw hit him right in his gut.
In the gut, yeah.
Right in the gut. And Roger, like you said, he couldn't have handed it to him more better. I mean, he couldn't just walk it up and hand it to him. That ball was perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And he dropped the ball. Yeah, man. So, yeah, it's definitely the off season.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely the off season, man.
Yeah, yeah.
But two moves, Law. We all know it. Two moves the Cowboys got to make. Got to get that one tech, that veteran one tech, and I mean a good veteran one tech.
Mm-hmm.
And they need that corner, man.
Yeah.
I still think Gilly. I think they're gonna sign Gilly, man. I really do.
They do.
I know.
Yeah.
Because look, they tried to downplay it, and when he came to the building, it was about some type of business or whatever that he had going on. No,
Right.
man. I think they had a conversation with him. I think Gilly was one. He's one of those veteran players. Said, "Look, okay, I'm gonna, just lay low, because a guy that played all those years like Gilly, he don't want to really go to OTAs and stuff like
Right.
that. Man, he's talking about a veteran. So I really believe they're gonna sign Gilly, but they got to get that one tech, man, because we need a veteran one tech, and then they make those two moves, and possibly get another running back. Lord, we're gonna be okay.
Donnie, man, I think we will be, man. It's just
that
the Cowboys, we need that difference maker. That one player when we get to the postseason, can they make that play? Like, for example, in 2014, we talk about the catch, no catch from Dez, right?
Yeah.
But was a deciding factor, most importantly, was Peppers in that game.
Oh, yeah.
He was the guy that forced that fumble. His strip fumble on DeMarco Murray.
Yeah.
If they were to sign, Benson Mayowa, I'm just throwing out a random ass name. They don't make that play. And DeMarco Murray hitting his head on the goalpost. So you got to have that. Football, believe it or not, comes down to a game of inches.
It does.
My brother, he's a diehard 49er fan, right? Twin. And they were at the 9-yard line to win in the Super Bowl, right?
Yes.
But Chris Jones of the Kansas City Chiefs created so much pressure by bulldozing over that offensive guard and getting straight in the face of Brock Purdy that he had no choice but to throw the ball away. Those are plays that's not on the stat sheet. It's a pressure. The novice fan or the fan that just casually watch football would just say, damn, Purdy is trash, But he had an open receiver, but he couldn't climb the pocket to step up to throw it. It takes one play.
One play.
I go back. I got you another one, Donnie. Not to cut you off.
Yeah.
This was 2016. We in the postseason.
I know what you're going to say.
Yeah. Like, how does Aaron Rodgers hold on to that ball?
I know
was it Orlando Scandrick or Jeff Heath? Who was sacking him? They were knocking him to the ground. And I'm sitting here like, all you had to do is just knock the ball off.
Well, it was Jeff Heath.
Jeff Heath
dropped the interception. He dropped the it's like if he catches that ball, that game is over.
It's over. One play. People fail to realize one play. We look. We can go all the way back to the damn. We were just talking about it earlier. Jaden Daniels, right? When they beat
the
what was it? Not the Bears.
Oh, Detroit?
Postseason. Who they played? The Bucks.
Oh, Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
One play fumble.
Right.
One play fumble. Boom.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, it just goes down to that, Donnie, man. It's just one play. But you got to have playmakers to do that.
You got to have playmakers. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I don't know. I don't understand law. I don't understand the talks. I mean, you explain it to me. How in God's world did the Commanders jump above the Cowboys? I just don't get it.
You talking about expectations going into this year? They're ahead of us.
But Lord, do you realize when people say stuff like Jaden Daniels had the best rookie season of as far as quarterbacks in the rookie, you realize Dak had a better rookie year than Jaden Daniels?
I mean,
you do realize that, right?
Yeah, minus if Jeff catches that football, he probably yeah.
No, now Jaden had his team had better success. Okay, because they went to the NFC Championship game. That wasn't Dak's fault. We played in the division round, but as far as team success, yes. But individually, he didn't have a better rookie year than Dak.
Yeah.
Google it.
I know, but man, that's 9-10 years ago. You know, they said, Jaden Daniels still had curfew at that time. He didn't have facial hair. He was like 11 or 12. So that's the only thing.
Struggled against our third and fourth string players in that last game. We beat them earlier in the year, and then in the last game, I think we stacked Jaden Daniels 5 or 6 times in the first half, and what you gonna say? No, that's it, man.
Yeah.
And they needed to win that game.
They did.
For positioning. So it's not like they didn't have nothing to play for.
Yeah.
But no, they pulled it and they said, no, man, that's enough. So we're gonna see, bro.
No doubt,
It's always
man.
good talking to you, Law.
All the time, Donnie, man. Let me hear you say it then.
Go Cowboys.
Go Cowboys, man. How about that? I'm doing some research while he was talking. I just noticed that they don't list, like, you have South rappers from the South, and you got East Coast rappers, and you got West Coast rappers. There's no such thing as North rappers, right? So there's no such thing as North rappers. They are all looped in to Midwest rappers. So their Midwest rappers would be Eminem, Kanye, Common, Twista, Bone Thugs and Harmony, Luke Fiasco, I have you say that kid's name, Big Sean, Nelly, Freddie Gibbs, and Bow Wow. They are all in Tech Nine for your mind. So they are all listed under Midwest rappers. So they say F with the North. There's no such thing as a North rapper. I learned something today. There's no such thing as a North rapper. And somebody asked in the chat, do the West Coast got depths? Hell yeah, West Coast got depths. You got in Tupac. He's the outsider because he's from Baltimore, New York, he's from New York / Baltimore area. So you had Tupac, Dre, Dr. Dre, you got to do that. You have Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Kendrick Lamar, The Game, Nip Hussle, may he rest in peace, E40, y'all know how I feel about E40, Too Short. So, and, so you got rappers and all of this stuff. You got depths in that, but it is for what it is. All right. Shout out to Rakim too, and Wu-Tang Clan is something good. All right, Jada Kiss, from the East Coast. Boy, you got East Coast people for good flavor. All right, so let's go with yeah. That's how it is. You got us, yeah. And I know I seen you on the somebody said exhibit, pimp my ride, baby. Pimp my ride. Shout out to the exhibit. And you got some bars too. I got Point Dexter, man, from the 409, man. Well, let's talk about the OJs, man. What's good with you?
Man, don't do that to me. Dog, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, man. What's good, Point Dexter?
Man, don't do that.
I ain't gonna do it.
You know I'm old school. You know I'm OJs. You know
OJ.
I'm OJs. Commodore,
the tops, baby.
Funkadelic. you know, I'm old school, man. We had a little family get-togethers and stuff and everything, man, and they got all that music playing, man, and you know we suffer that. But you put on one of them old school jams, you put on the Isley Brothers, you put on the OJs, man, the whole party changed.
Oh,
man.
the whole party.
People be out there. Man, they be out there two-stepping with Auntie and everything, man. It'd be off the hook, man. Now, I'm not going to say nothing about the rapping wars and stuff because I'm not into any of that, you know. Most of the music I listen to is, you know, 70s and 80s and stuff like that, you know.
They ain't gonna shoot you over that music, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying, man. I'm not.
They done got you, man. They done clip you. Where you at, Point Dexter? Oh, man. You see, you left Frankie Beverly Mays up out of there. They done got you. yeah. I got my guy from the 206, Eric, and then MJ, you hold tight. But, Eric, you live for the 206.
What's up, Mr. Long? How you doing, bud?
Man, I'm doing great, man. I can't complain, Chief, man. What you got for me today?
Well, I gotta say, you guys were talking about the playoffs. Some playoff games of the past. I think probably the one that I still remember was watching that Seahawks Cowboys game. And it took me a couple minutes to finally realize who won that game. Because looking at Tony Romo's knee, it could have been down. Yeah.
Wait. What game you talking about?
But it was a close game. I think Tony Romo fumbled a snap. And
you talking about 06?
Yeah.
Eric, you gonna do this to me? You gonna do this to me, Eric?
No,
you gonna bring up
man,
06?
I'm good. I'm good, pal. I'm good.
Mm-hmm. I know.
Yeah. So so I hope that y'all have a pretty good season this year. I feel like it's gonna be pretty good.
It's gonna be pretty good. Your Seattle Seahawks, we'll see what they gonna do as well. Y'all got D-Law now, and that's y'all problem. You know, and we'll see how it's gonna look like from the
Which one's that?
Huh?
Which one?
D-Law. Y'all got DeMarcus Lawrence.
Oh yeah.
Y'all got rid of DK Metcalf, so I can't ask for him anymore.
I really thought if anything was gonna happen, I really thought it was gonna be. I really thought if we were gonna trade him, I thought that you guys were gonna have a chance.
A shot to get him, but we never got a chance, man. But Eric, man, what you got for this? What you got for me, man? Before I let you go.
In closing, I got that. Help them Cowboys.
How about them, man? Thank you and all that you do. SARS says, Jay SARS, appreciate you for the $4.99. Hey, Law, did you ever play the game Def Jam Fight for New York? No, I never played that game, but it sounds like it's a good game. Let me get the last two callers on. I don't know what happened to Point Dexter, but I got the other 206 in the mix. MJ, you're live on the Nation, man. Talk to me, man.
What up, Law? How you doing, brother?
Man, all is well, man. I can't complain at all.
Yeah, what we did is now if you put the money in there, I think we probably outnumbered them in the money wise.
Oh, you talking about the debate on the rappers, the greatest? Yeah. Like who's the best?
West? Yeah. Kanye West and Eminem.
Oh yeah. Well,
I think they made more money than And then on the West Coast side,
Dre is a billionaire. Yeah. Dre's a billionaire.
Between the West Coast and the Midwest, money wise.
Snoop got hidden money. Ice Cube got all type of money. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
we gonna in the South, we gonna kill the South.
Yeah, South don't got them billion. I don't think we got one of them guys got $1 billion.
Yeah, so it's gonna be the Midwest.
I could
and
probably
the
get
West Coast.
Juvenile right now to perform shit. yeah. I probably can book Juvenile tonight. You know, like Juvenile gonna be on the halftime show of Law. You know.
Yeah. The first hip hop was East Coast. Then it was East Coast. Then the County came, gangster rap.
Yeah.
Then the South, then the Midwest. But the Midwest and the money-wise, the Midwest and Cali, they, because I'm from Illinois, East St. Louis, Illinois, and we, like we always say, we fuck with Cali. They're my boys.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No disrespect to all the other people. You know what I'm saying? Illinois and Cali always, you know.
But you know what? In all truth, I do love the aspect that every region got their own little ownness. You know what I'm saying?
Got their own genre.
Yeah. Got their own.
You be banging though now. You can't be hating. All the music good though. I ain't
Oh,
gonna
yeah, everybody good. See, I never understood like why was somebody like murk somebody over that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't. Yeah, I'm not even really like this drill music now. I don't really listen to drill music and all of this new stuff. You know, I never got into battle rap and all of this stuff. You know.
I like slow music, R&B. I like R&B and slow jam.
Man, let me tell you something now. You know, the ladies come over. It's going to be Kim. I can't stop loving you, girl. You know, we're going to play some soft stuff, man. It ain't going to be none of this. Bust you in the nose and I hit you in the rib. No, it's going to be some slow jams, man. Whoa. Dun, 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 dun. You know, that's what we listening to. We ain't really listening to all of that. They punch you in the nose and they hit you in the ribs type of stuff,
Yeah,
you know.
like that.
Yeah.
I like everybody to get along. You know
Yeah. Put the legend slide in there, boots on the grounds and stuff, man. You know.
And then,
give me some King George, man. Give me some. They don't know about that.
Oh, and then now, like me and you always talk about, said we had a lot of chances to go like that big old hole me and you could have ran through. It wasn't a catch. It was that dang fumble.
Yeah.
By a leading halfback, wide open.
Yeah.
And he got the ball knocked out of his hand by the defensive end from Green Bay. And then that's how they came back. Changed the momentum. They're about to get blown out.
Oh yeah. I think that missed field goal kick and that fumble really messed us up, you know, against Green Bay.
Messed us up.
The catch no catch thing was like that was just a damn cherry, you know, on top of the ice cream. But yeah.
And look at 84, Big Mouth running his mouth out. When Romo hit him across the middle, he dropped that pass.
Yeah.
Against the Giants, when we beat the Giants twice that year, then they finally beat us 21-17.
Yeah.
And they went to the Super Bowl that year.
Yeah.
So we've been choking, y'all. Nobody said I can't really get mad. I can understand that the fans be mad at the Joneses, but to me, I don't like to make excuses. I've been brought up not to make excuses. When you have somebody a chance to beat them down and then you choke, you can't blame the owner. Because like I say, like you said, when we 12-5 and all the we laughing, and soon we lose. Now we don't blame the owner. Come on, man. Because we want to, you know, and then, you know, oh, we didn't have this player, that's all we can do. No, we can't say that. Because, like you say, we had our quarterback, and our quarterback did good, but now we just got to put him in the right situation. So he could be like Gilford or one of them quarterbacks that's not good that won a championship and they wasn't that good. We got to get the coaches to put our quarterback in the right position so he don't put all the pressure on him to take us over the hump. Because everybody putting that pressure on him. And the guy, you can see in the guy's heart, he want to win so bad. And when you want to win so bad, that's when you make mistakes. So I don't want to, you see what I'm saying? So no excuse for Dak, because, you know, me and you still a jam Dak up. But that's my quarterback. What's my boy say? That's my quarterback. So I'm gonna be down for my quarterback. I want him to win so he can shut all the haters up And and then to keep me, I just want my defense. Finally, don't give up 200-yard rushing. Don't give up a touchdown in the last minute when my quarterback give you the lead, and then they come right back down and score on us. Come on, defense, deep. So I'm praying that defense. I ain't worried about the offense. I want that defense. So if we can hold a team to 10 to 13, 17 points, we should win. Now, like I said, Lord, but I mean, you say, if we lose 17 to 14 or 12 to 9, oh, Lord, then I got that stupid look on my face. I was like, who did it? Was it a bad coaching? Did the offensive line didn't block? Did the receiver drop balls? Or did my quarterback just play solid? You see what I'm saying? So I ain't going to make no excuses if we win 12, 13, 14. There's no excuse. To me, it's Super Bowl to bust every year because we the Cowboys. Let me say it to everybody over here. We the goddamn Cowboys, and we are the best. I don't make excuses. So like I say, Law, if I take you to a pickup game, I don't care who we play. I think we can win, and that's how we've been brought up in Illinois. So I don't get on the phone and come on your show and be crying or no. I think we can win. I think I can win. Now, only person I be no, I don't get in trouble. Only person I be nervous of is that one cornerback. What's his name? What's his name?
Shoot.
Is it Booth? What's his name?
Andre and them. You know. Andre
the
Booth.
cornerback that we got from Minnesota that you said I don't want him playing.
Yeah. Andre Booth. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want him playing because I seen him. He can't even. I'm sorry, Booth. You might have to play safety or something, bro. Because the cornerback skills, the brother, break with the brother, man, he be getting torched. You know what I'm saying? I don't say how he be getting torched. I'm talking about, Lord, he be getting beat by 5.
In closing.
In closing.
In closing,
I can't wait till the season start. Defense, and let's get this chip.
No doubt, man. And they say the Fat Boys, man. Just say it one time for the Fat Boys, bro.
Oh, ain't no more Fat Boy there.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for calling in, bro. All right, last but not least, man, the 202, you're live on the nation, man. Talk to me.
Man, what's going on, Law?
Nothing much, man. We got the DC in the building, man. What's good with you, bro?
I want to say 3 things, and that's it.
No doubt.
I want to say, man, I've been watching you since I was in 9th grade. I just graduated high school, like, what, some 7 days ago, 6 days ago.
Man, congratulations, man.
It's been a great time watching you throughout all these years, you know, and stuff like that. But I want to touch on how the first game of the season, I want to touch on, like, I'm not going to say, like, this determine if, like, we're going to be a good team. It does, to me. This first game is everything, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't no, because, you know, these past, few seasons, the first game's been like, we've been winning a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And it's been hope. This first game of the season is like, this really determine how we're going to really play, you know what I'm saying? We're going to play like Super Bowl contenders, or we're going to play okay, or we're going to play trash. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I like this first game of the season. That's one thing. Second thing is, I feel like, because I was listening, I don't know, I forgot who it was, but it was the guy that came on, he was talking to you. He said, we might not go to the Super Bowl, but we might go far. I feel like with the Cowboys, I don't think, like, if we go far, we go to the Super Bowl. I don't think we're going to go far and lose. Because as far as I know, as far as I've seen, it's not one year that we actually, like, went far and lost it all. Right. I don't know. Can you tell me? Has it been a year where the Cowboys, like, went far but didn't go to the Super Bowl? Like, can you tell me? Because I've been around for 18 years.
The last time we made it to the we lost to the 49ers, right? The last time we made it and lost. It was for the 49ers. But normally I'm talking about 94, basically.
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah, but in 95, we didn't get a chance to rematch against the 49ers. I think we played against the Green Bay Packers, and then we beat them and made it to the Super Bowl. But normally, you know, Danny White, he made it 3 consecutive years and got up out of there to the NFC Championship game. And normally when normally the Cowboys get to normally we make it there, you know, but we haven't been there in about 30 years about 30 years. So and by you saying that you was in the 9th grade since you've been watching me, so that's all of your life. You haven't even got a chance to see the NFC Championship game, bro. You haven't got a chance to see none of the success of the Cowboys. Yeah, you grew up in the Tony Romo era, so yeah. So I mean, I know it's rough on you, man, but I always say that people like you are more of a diehard fan than those who, you know, got a chance to see the Super Bowls and beyond, because you only hanging on to the storylines of what we said that happened or clips that you fool around and fell upon and found, right? So, man, all I can say, man, keep your head high and congratulations on graduating, man. What you majoring in?
Oh no, see, I ain't going to college. I'm in trade school though.
Oh man, congratulations on that, man. So what you gonna get a trade in? Plumbing, man. That's dope, bro. That's dope, man.
I YouTube too though. But yeah, I said I do YouTube too.
Oh, you do YouTube? What's your channel name, man? I can support and follow you.
Thank you, bro. It's Real Wuda. Real REALW.
Put that in the chat, man, and I'm gonna go look it up, bro.
But yeah, I just want to say one more thing.
Go ahead
about that. Like when we go all the way. It's rare for us to go far then lose it. I don't see us doing that. You know what I'm saying? I understand like Cowboy fans, they don't want to say, "Oh, we going to the Super Bowl." That's understandable, but it's like we gotta be real though. I don't think we're gonna go far and lose it all. I feel like if we go far, we're going to the Super Bowl. Without a doubt. That's my opinion. It's either we gonna do that or we gonna lose early in the first round. That's the thing, man.
That's a good mindset to have, Super Bowl or bust, you know. That's a good mindset, yeah.
That's it, though. Thank you for getting me up, man. Thank you.
What's your name again so I can lock you in, fam?
Oron.
Man, appreciate you, Oron, man. Thank you, man, for following the channel for all that time, fam. Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Man, that's dope, man. Since 9th grade, I know what I was doing in the 9th grade. I wasn't listening to nobody podcast, but I appreciate him for doing that. All right, I'm gonna look. The other 8 people that's in here, I can't get to y'all, but Point Dexter, he had called earlier. So, Point Dexter, you live, man. Try to squeeze you in before I depart.
All right, before we had got into the music thing, I had called because Too Cool called and talked about Mozzie Smith and a rotation. And from what the coaches had been saying before, this is what we need. We need a strong defensive rotation to get that defense going. And that competition that we talked about. I said before, I don't know what the names of the players are going to be, but I just want the best players to be on the field. Did we get cut off again?
No, you live, man. They rocking and rolling.
Okay, I just was. Sometimes you'll say something. Last time I was rolling and I wasn't even on the phone.
Man, you were rolling, boy.
Yeah. As I was saying, we talked about the old school games. I've been a Cowboy fan for a long time. My first memory is Super Bowl V with the coach kicking the field goal to win the game at the end of the thing. So I know all the Cowboy history. I know that when they played against Pittsburgh, Jackie Smith is a Hall of Fame tight end. They wouldn't even got to the Super Bowl without Jackie Smith making big catches all during the season and all during the playoffs. It was just unfortunate that he dropped that one of all ones. But it wasn't just him. We have a Hall of Fame defensive tackle that was on the kicking team with a bandage on his arm trying to run with the football when he could have just fell on it. Yeah. We had a penalty for pass interference that gave the Pittsburgh Steelers a 40-yard game on 3rd and 20. So it was a lot of, like you said, it's a lot of things that win and lose games, just like the San Francisco game. After Drew Pearson made that catch Why do they want to throw the ball? They didn't need that. They had plenty of time. They didn't need nothing but about 15 yards to kick a field goal, and they're going to drop back, and that beast, Fred Dean, who had been wrecking shop the whole game, comes in and get a strip sack. Man, it's so many different things from DeMarco Murray, fumbling. You know, it's so many, like you said, there's so many things that win and lose games in these big games. You know, just like when they talked about the 90s team, they was a dominant team, but they still needed the ball to bounce their way. They still needed clutch catches from people like Alvin Harper. They still needed people like James Washington.
They don't win without that James Washington forced fumble though. Yeah, and that pickup scoop and
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's all kinds of plays that win. And what I was saying about that rotation, when you have a rotation and you have a lot of players that see playing time, you never know. You know, you can go with the players that have a hot hand at the time, the players that's making plays, and it ain't always the stars that make big plays in big games. Sometimes it's a dude like Larry Brown making interceptions like that's thrown right to him, but it doesn't matter. He was an MVP, and if nobody knew, they had Prime on the other side, but Larry Brown was the interception leader on the team. A lot of people don't know these things. You know, they just see Prime. Prime did his thing. They stole the Larry side, but it wasn't no easy win on that side. He picked off a lot of balls.
And guess what? For the youth, I want to let people know that before Parsons, there was a Hollywood, you know what I'm saying? And Hollywood used to do pump returns. He was athletic, kickoff return. He won the lottery twice. That's how good he was. Man,
let me tell you something.
If it wasn't for that, you can go as far as you want. But he was unbelievable talented.
Well, I gonna go back because I love Tom Landry as a coach. But one thing that I hated, that he didn't let Hollywood Henderson rush the pass as much as he was supposed to, and he didn't let Tony Dorsett run the ball as much. If you would see, Tony Dorsett had the yards, but he didn't have the touchdown. Every time they got into the inside the 10-yard line, they would take Tony out the game and let Doug Dennison or the fullback or somebody get the touchdown. Tony Dorsett should have almost twice or three times as many touchdowns, but Tom Landry would not let him. He had a thing with Tony Dorsett. He didn't really like him, but he could not deny his talent because Tony did stuff on the field. Tom Landry was like, man, you're supposed to run this way. He would run the other way and make a touchdown. And he could say that.
Was it Hollywood that Tom Landry wanted him to shave and he wanted him to just act a certain way? See, people fail to realize football was just such a different sport and different way that you handle yourself. And Hollywood was wild, bro. I think he eventually just snapped out on Tom Landry and called him Plastic Man or something, you know.
Yeah. Did you know why he got to wear the beard?
Well, no, break that story down to me. Look, I'm getting some stories, man, from a legend, Poindexter, man. Come on, man. Why? Tell it to me.
Because he went to a doctor, dermatologist, and told him if he would shave his beard, he would have so much razor bumps, man, that he would get infection in his face. So he had to wear the beard because if he cut it, he would have razor bumps, and he had a doctor's note to say that he could not cut his beard. He had to go to the doctor.
He had to fabricate that one. Yeah, he fabricated that one, boy. Yes, indeed. I learned some stuff. Yeah,
it held up, and that's why he kept the beard because the doctors told him that he would have a crazy case of razor bumps, and he couldn't cut his beard. That's why he kept it. But, hey, man, I'm going to let you go because I appreciate you giving me the time, coming back and giving me the time. I had a couple of more things, but I'm going to let it go. And I'm going to say, how about them
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yes, indeed. That's my guy, man. Yeah. Oh, my goodness, man. Great call from him, man. The other 8 callers, man, we'll pick up y'all on Troy Aikman Day. But, man, it was great, man. I'm talking about historical data that you can pull up the reason why Hollywood didn't shave his beard. I didn't even know that. I just heard stories about, that Tom Landry wanted the team to be a certain way. They wanted them to move a certain way. They wanted them to walk a certain way. And it probably was good for the 60s and the 70s, but the 80s, the world started changing just a little bit. And Hollywood, like he said, would have had even more gaudy numbers, man, if they allowed him to rush the passer. He represented that number 56. He was a guy that can do punt returns, kickoff returns. He was phenomenal. But at the end of the day, sometimes you get old and stuck in your ways, man, and things don't work out. Now, my guy, Real Wonder, I hope I'm saying your name right. Let me know if this is your, got a super chat, hold on. Let's go back to the super chat.
Sidika Charles, $5. Law, please, I need your praise. Please, they just called me, and they had to bring her back to the hospital. She having hard time breathing. I am scared.
Well, we praying for Mama Charles and just continue to fight. I know there's something about powers and prayers, and I'm glad that you've been transparent with the community. I know how moms are woven within the spirit of us. The first person that we see or the first person we have touch with and feelings with, emotions with is the moms, So we praying for a speedy recovery, and go ahead and take care of business. You don't have to stay online, Sadiq. And we got prayers, let me see SC in the chat for us and some prayer hands, if possible, man, for all of that. Let me see SC in the chat, because at the end of the day, regardless of whether or not we talk Cowboys football, battle rap music, singing, dancing, we joke about this and that. We talk about Mando or Atlas Razors or what have you. At the end of the day, man, this is a unique show that we are a bunch of family members, right? I told y'all, man, I was at the lowest parts of my life, and sometimes I get in this chair and it feels as if though my lowest parts are now my highest parts, right? Because I'm talking to you guys. So let's continue to put prayers together for Mama Charles, and just right now she's just catching her breath, right? She's gonna continue to fight, and she got this, okay? And if this you, my dog, let me know. Let me know if this you. I just got your channel up. I see you got about 83 subscribers here. Let me be the 84th subscriber and put your link here, and y'all be sure to check him out. Let me be your 84th in honor of Patrick Creighton. I'll be your 84th subscriber guy, and it's good to see you, man. Especially knowing that you've been watching my channel since the 9th grade, man. That is very, very, very impactful in all that we do over here. So I appreciate you, man. Yeah. Let me see if the internet's still up. We praying for you, Mama Charles, and everything. Let me go here. I know we got hit the like button, share this content. Prayers. Do me a huge favor on my way out, Cowboy Nation. I said this just the other day. We have our own hub now where you can get all of Law Nation content, and it'll be updated daily. Any information that we put out there on the YouTube, it goes to one hub now, and it still live forever on YouTube, but it's always good to have a backup, right? So on this website, there's the link. There it goes right here. Is when you click on that link, it would take you to Law Nation Sports, independent Law Nation Sports website. If you guys can do me a huge favor, join the community by subscribing, hit that blue icon, and they got all of the long wait conversations, the videos that we do will be migrated there and integrated there. And we have long form, short form videos. You just click on vertical and you'll see all of the short form videos. And you'll be able to watch the content that we exhibit and exude here. There will be some in the future personalized content. Yeah, my own hub, man. Yeah. So there's a corn hub, and now there's a law hub. So go to the law hub, you know what I'm saying? And with that, you can visit and view all of the stuff. We got some special stuff that we're going to be doing in the future here on my site here. And it's always good to be independent, but also independent of YouTube, independent of Facebook, independent of Instagram, independent of TikTok, MySpace, Black Planet, Black People Meets, all of the Christian mingles. Be independent of yourself too. So support this. You just never know. I may be the next Facebook over here, Law Book or something. Yeah, Law Hub. Yeah, y'all go check out the Law Hub over there. yeah. So the link is right there, man. Let me see if I can pin it to the top, and that way you guys can support the nation, even if you watching this on the rewind. For your mind. Appreciate everybody, man. Thank everybody for jumping in, and be sure to hit that like, share this content. I know we was everywhere. I know we go long on these shows, but it's necessary. You just never know who's watching, never know who's listening, and come on with it. Come on with it. Come on with it. AI, I want you to close out with the list of the birthplace strengths of all of these rappers that we just talked about. AI Tisha, can you give me an updated list on who holds the crown of the best rappers in the world? Come on with it. Appreciate y'all, man. Love y'all, boy. Come on with it.
East Coast, the birthplace of hip-hop strengths, home of lyricism, wordplay, storytelling. Legends like Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Rakim, Wu-Tang birthed battle rap, mixtape
I gotta get some little bit
boom
more
bap sound, NYC.
That's too
set
slow
the
for
tone
me.
for what real rap was for decades. Case, the East Coast created hip-hop. The technical skill, raw storytelling, and cultural innovation can't be ignored. Without the East, there's no foundation.
Okay.
Period.
Okay.
West Coast,
Break it down.
cinematic and revolutionary strengths, pioneers of gangsta rap, NWA, Ice Cube, defined the G-Funk sound, Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, conscious artists, Tupac, Kendrick Lamar, consistent innovation in both style and production case.
Come on, rap law, baby.
The West gave hip-hop attitude and cinematic flair.
Okay.
They took street realities and turned them into global art. Kendrick is the only rapper with a Pulitzer. That's West Coast pedigree. South, the modern powerhouse strengths, dominates current sound, trap, melodic rap. Influencers like Lil Wayne, Outkast, Future, T.I., Jeezy produced some of the best producers. Manny Fresh, Metro Boomin, Zaytoven. Massive cultural influence, slang, fashion, flow. Case, the South runs the game right now. From 2005 to present, the charts, sound, and culture have revolved around Southern influence. It evolved hip-hop from lyrical war zones to full-blown vibe and impact zones. Midwest, underrated but powerful strengths, produced two GOAT contenders, Eminem and Kanye. Known for speed, depth, and creativity. Diverse sounds from Chicago drill to Detroit grit case.
Drill
the
rap.
Midwest is the wild card. Eminem is arguably the greatest technical rapper ever. And Kanye changed the entire soundscape of hip-hop multiple times. Don't sleep on the middle. Final verdict.
What's the verdict?
If you're talking origins and lyricism, East Coast wins. If you're talking innovation and vibe, West Coast takes it. If you're talking influence, culture, and dominance over the last 20 years, the South is the king. Crown goes to the South.
For now.
They changed the sound, created trap, and dominate music, clubs, social media, and even fashion. But all regions have fire. It just depends on what you value.
Okay, all right. So, according to you and the words of the AI, lyrics are won from the aspect of, give me some backdrop music on that, baby. Yeah. So lyrically, She's saying that basically the East Coast wins that. And the innovative and vibe West Coast wins that. For the South, though, you got rhythms, you got influences as it relates to that aspect of it. The flow of fashion and the producers and stuff like Manny Fresh and Metro Boomin, and Zaytoven. So I get it, you know. So let's go, man. Appreciate everybody, man, for tuning in for this unorthodox show, right? The rap show of law. But there will be this right here of law. The serious nature of it all. Because at the end of the day, music, regardless of whether or not you love rap, you love poetry, which is all inside of one. If you love jazz, if you love all of the genres there, let me be safe with that, because there's somebody gonna be like, hey man, where is my soul music at? Engine number 9. Where's the Baroque period? Yeah, music is the rhythm of the soul. It's the first thing that's created for us to get us to move and groove. And the melodies of the heart, soul, and sinew should be, this time around, to paint the picture of the Dallas Cowboys. Even shout out to the love for all of the opera singers. You know what I'm saying? We love them all. But most importantly, the rhythm that we want to hear from these days forward is the rhythm of winning and not losing. Can we dance to the music of the win? Can we dance to the rhythms of the hearts that we beat about the Cowboys? Can we get these things moving in the right directions in that part? There's one way that you can get it done. And that one way will be your heart, soul, and sinew of the dominations of your mind. Come on with it. Shout out to all of the Gracie Corners too, by the way. Matter of fact, can somebody send Shady McCoy over to Gracie Corners? Don't forget the Canadians. And we ain't talking about the bacon. The Canadian bacon, by the way, is really good. And shout out to all of the maple syrup. I call it syrup. There's nobody up north call it syrup. They call it syrup. But in the South, we gonna make it different. But mama said there'll be days literally just like this. Gotta keep your head up. Yes, you ain't lying, my dog. Yeah. In the words of Tupac. I ain't mad at you.
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 But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad that you don't get tired, and it makes you hold everything tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty, oh yes, and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you will gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, or plan to lose all terror of your mind, if you would simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength, sagacity, with faith, hope, confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither the cold or the poverty or the famish or fame or the sickness of body or brain can turn each and every last one of you all away from the things you want. If dogged and grim and besieged and beset, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, you and you over there, put that sandwich down. Yeah, put that sandwich down. We'll get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. I can imagine somebody like, hey man, Lord, see me eat that sandwich. Thank you, Kimberly. Shout out to you all. Hit that subscribe, follow my website, Law Nation, Law Hook.
I wake up, flex, I'm down now. No drip, this.
Tell them run it up.
No sleep,
no sleep, no. Tell them run it up.
I wake up, flex, I'm down now. No drip, this. Tell them run it up.
Appreciate y'all praying for Mama Charles. Let me see SC in the chat.
9 out of 10, roll through my hands, I'm by my lonely.
Shout out to you, Jerry.
Two is savage, now my baby wants to hold me.
Roll to 6, baby. Then 7 and 8, 9, 10.
Thought I could trust you, I find out you tried to zone me.
Don't zone me.
I'm number 1 up on that court, I'm Nick McGregor.
Come on.
The first one in, the last one out, can't call me lazy.
Can't call me lazy.
I was sending the invoice and they pay me. I need 6 rings like MJ.
Law Nation, let's get it. I wake up.
Flex, thumb down now.
Come on.
No drip, this.
Tell them run it up.
No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might.
I am awake. I see you. Yeah.
I wake up.
Law Nation.
No drip, this.
Salute to Holly, Jacoby, Marcus Betts. You got us. Darren Posey. Philly. I call Sadiq, and then she gonna come with me. We don't come to play with it. Dirty Sanchez, too cool. Been buried. Cerebral assassin. D. Ortiz. Yeah. Sarge. I wake up lost. Come on. Come on, let's slow it down just a little bit. Let's slow it down. Y'all ready to go? Hey, yo, the longest outro in the land. Nobody's outro is longer than mine. Pause if necessary. But I'm gonna say this in honor of the West Coast. Come on. Come on, choir. Yeah. Shout out to you, Roro. Morale, appreciate you with the hearts. Let me do me a huge favor for all of the 10 people that's still here. Let me see some blue hearts or white hearts in the chat for Mama Charles. I be your will too. I follow wherever you go. Shout out to you, J Businessman, for the $10 cash app. Two-step with law. Come on. Low key, nobody got nothing on Frankie Beverly and Mays though. I wish I could play them. And another one. Boy, I love those blue hearts in the chat. Realize you all alone. You know what? As much as we give I'm awake problems and pains because he an ego guy, kudos and credence to him for putting them white hearts in the chat. Player 2, I follow. Shout out to you, Mary Cole, Kimberly on the Facebook group. Sharing is caring. Put 4 in the chat if you shared this. Come on with it. Come on, choir.
Really doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on. Fly on.
As petty as I can be, as petty as I can be.
I thought we had it, but it goes to show you who's the better team, and I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles.
Hush your mouth, Eagles. Hush your mouth.
Let's go, birds fly, Eagles fly. Still sweet.
I'm forever gonna do this. Yeah, man, I still got a point. I still laugh at y'all, man.
Let's go, man.
Damn Eagles, man. I can't stand y'all. But at the end of the day, man, I get it, man.
And they understand the cost.
He said, you crying. Even on the way out, man.
I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors.
Close them doors.
We all gonna lead together. There's 1,000 of you tonight, and those that are watching, it's 1,000 that's watching online. This is a small seed. If I get 1,000 online to give this, I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed. But I need everyone standing up here with us with me to plant a seed of $100. Because again, it costs to sit up here. I got you. And this is what I need you to do. If you're giving electronically, or even if you're giving tangibly,
all I ask
bring them baskets.
is when you lay your head on that pillow and so I gave you everything I had.
Y'all start moving. Y'all can bring it right now. Come. Even if you're giving tangibly, just put your hand on the.
Come on.
Take your phone and stick it on the bucket. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. Giving is worship. This ain't the time to talk. 1,000 people need to give $20. 1,000 people online need to give $20. This is easy, saints. This is an easy miracle. We should be able to raise $40,000 tonight just from y'all giving.
Sacrifice.
That's
Don't
it.
give up the fight. Everything will be alright on any given Sunday. Yeah, depend on you. If you win or lose, you know you got to pay some dues to live on Monday. Yeah.
Come on with it, man. And be sure to support the nation, man. I'm going to share this link one more time. I'm spamming this link almost at this point because I want to grow this. And y'all know how I act. I want to. We want to think bad enough to go out there and fight for it. You know, that's me. I'm fighting for this. You know, because independency is always the way. Appreciate y'all, man. One love. Be sure that link that I just put in there, click on it, subscribe to it, and watch it if possible. DC for life, not for short. Until next time. That's been my time. Salute. Make it count. Oh, the Jerry, he says, is there a Video Nest app? We working on that as we speak, Jerry. So be ready to get that app ready. Video Nest, not to get confused with any Eagle's Nest or Nest Cam or anything like that. But yeah, check that out. Salute. Peace. Until next time, we up out. Yeah.
I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. I've been really in the field, let up, I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Need them ones, I need them fives, need them tens, I need that change. To the safe, got blues inside. Greens and pinks, it's all the same. I still save and roll my change. Take some losses when I play, charge it to the game. I'm with L, yeah, I'm with T Black, I'm with Reverend now. I'm with Bay, yeah, I'm with Jay, yeah, I'm with Chuck and now. Still the same, not switching sides, now it's about loyalty. You switch sides off for the bag, and that's worth more to me. I mix Nike with designer, I experiment. You just rock what's on the shelf, and I'm not feeling it. Search for the one, but baby girl, it's nothing real as this. Can't trust a soul, I keep a hammer, call it too legit. I've been really in the field, let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count that too, count it up, count it up, count it up, count it up. Lately, I just wanna run it up. I just be off the dome. I never own no chrome. Too many foes and clones. I be at home alone. I be in zones alone. I be on road alone. I've been really in the field. Let her rush, I let her feel. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Don't need no deals, I make the deal. Half a ticket to a meal. Lately, I just wanna run it up. Count a check or something.